think we're good. I gotta go to the bathroom really quick.
Yeah, no problem. Hello.
Hello, YouTube. Today is gonna be a clothing drawing stream. We're gonna teach probably some of the basics of drawing clothing and stuff. I actually already warmed up a bit today.
You did. That's great.
We can also show some pictures of our clothing drawing class if you want.
That's right, but I didn't send myself any.
Alright, I'm gonna notify the Discord server.
Sure. Hello, Lily. Hello, Cordelia. Ooh, I love that name. Hey, Grandma. Hey, Sam. I'm gonna move the chat a little bit so we can see what's going on. There we go. How's everyone doing? Colin's gonna use the bathroom, so he'll be right back. Hey, Everyday. Vibes, hey, Cupcake, Alexia, hello. Hey, Lexi, hey, Mata. Nice. Got some people joining, so that's great. Hey, Gio. Apologies if I can't read your name right, because I got astigmatism, and you know what that does. Hey, Danny. Hi, Grandma. Hey, Rin. Maybe I'll chat a bit. What? Chatting with chat. Hey, Zyron. Zyron. For some reason, I gotta remember your name again. Zyron, I think, right? Hey, Mar. Koshiro Shinkaichi, welcome. Vio, hey. I didn't know that. I thought you wanted. I didn't know you wanted Sody Pop. I would have made you.
I'm gonna make it nice.
Oh, okay. Hey, Vio. Old reliable Vio, as always.
Vio! How's chat doing today?
I think they're doing good. How's everyone doing? I'll ask it again.
I was on a call with my brother just now, and I was just showing him some of the fan art of our characters and talking about how much fun we've actually had streaming.
Yeah.
Reminiscing.
Thank you, Everyday, for the 65 roses.
Hello, Kaleidoscope. Hey, Everyday. How's it going? First day back at school. Nice.
How is it?
Do you like your teachers so far? If solo the goal again, but gotta save money. No, save your money.
No, save your money. Save your money.
Hey, Kay.
We already appreciate that
you're here. Mar, they are nice. That's great.
That's great. Gotta love nice
teachers. In the car
teachers.
right now. Be safe. Ezra, hello. Kaleidoscope, hello.
Hello.
Rin, hello. Yes, thank you for the roses. Girl, save your money.
I know.
Yeah, so we're going to have some changes to our lives coming soon. For now, this week, things are going to stay the same. Starting next week, we're probably going to be moving Saturday streams to Friday. Yeah. Because we're actually going to be running anime art school on Saturdays, and we don't have time to do it if we're streaming.
So Fridays, what are we doing exactly?
Friday. So we're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And Fridays are probably going to be OC drawing hangout streams, but we're probably actually going to have a little bit more variety. Maybe some of them will be like gaming streams and hangouts.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the streams will probably be a little bit shorter, because sometimes we go for like 5 or 6 hours.
And we're also wanting to like grow our YouTube channel as well and actually make more TikToks. It's been a while.
Yeah, we need time to make TikTok videos, to make YouTube content, and to experiment more.
You guys need your weekends back. Technically, kind of do.
We need our weekends back, but technically, we need time to launch Anime Art School live.
Yeah.
We've been waiting to launch it for months, and we just don't have the time with streams on Saturdays.
So that's kind of the updates.
Roblox with y'all again soon. That'd be fun, Fox. So, hey, Saturn. So, yeah, today is going to be some clothing drawing.
Yes, I do have some reference. But maybe I should write down the topics that I want to talk about.
Sody Pop.
Sody Pop.
Wow, look at the bubblies in that.
Look at it. Show the camera, because it looks really aesthetic. I love that pink. Is that the strawberry lemonade?
Yes.
No. The watermelon lemonade.
Yes.
Looks really good. Colton, give me some ideas of what to talk about for clothes.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are going to stream this Saturday, because we did promise some people in chat that we'd draw their characters, but starting next week. If we go live on Saturday, it's just going to be like a fun thing, not like an official stream. So awesome. Oh,
Daniela pinned a comment.
Yep. She just said what was going on.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, not you showing lemonade as soon as I grab my lemonade. It's a, limited edition watermelon lemonade energy drink.
Ooh, it tastes really good.
It's a banger.
It's a cotton candy. Well, Fridays start earlier then.
Hey, bachos. Probably still at 3.
Yeah. Are
For
we still
now.
doing OC streams?
Fridays, yes, but not every Saturday, or not every Friday, probably.
Yeah, we're probably going to switch
This weekend
things
is going to be the same.
up. Yeah, this week is going to be the same.
Yes, this week is going to be the same.
So,
can you do school shoes? Can you show how to paint clothes too?
Ooh, painting clothes is fun. I mean, I like painting clothes. Maybe I'll write that down. Painting clothes.
Painting clothes. Mostly comes down to painting shapes.
Right. Shoes, like school shoes. I'll write that
School
down for now.
shoes. Yep. We have 21 people on our wait list for Anime Art School Live, and we've been getting a bunch of emails about when we're launching it. And we want to run them on Saturdays. So we need to make room for the live classes.
Latex?
So if y'all
Maybe.
want to sign up for the live, we're going to be launching that in not too far in the future.
Yep.
Latex. Latex is more of a rendering thing.
Yeah, but we are going to probably talk about painting clothes.
Could you do collared shirts?
Collared shirts.
Collars.
Oh, collars. Oh, collars.
Well,
are fun.
collared shirts, but everything else is the same.
Yeah.
Is there an age limit on Anime Art School? Nope. No age limit. We recommend at least 14, but we actually have someone who's 13 in Anime Art School.
Actually, yeah, we do.
And I have no issue with that.
No issue
It
with
should
that
be
at all.
understandable to everybody. Capes and hoods.
Capes
would
and
be
hoods.
good.
Hoods is actually a pretty good idea.
Capes are actually really easy.
Maybe you can explain that.
I'll explain capes really quick. Capes are something called a diaper fold, and there's going to be 2 points, and then you're basically going to get this. And then this is going to be like that at the bottom.
Huh, that's a diaper, that's a cape.
Yep, that's a cape, and then it kind of goes
Hey, Kayla.
like that.
Yep. Can the next teaching live... Oh, it just went up.
I just drew that, but it's not necessarily about a
Okay.
what.
Can the next
cape.
teaching live stream on TikTok, can you go more into anatomy? I've been struggling.
We can do anatomy
We could
stuff.
do an anatomy stream.
Just capes.
Oh, yeah, capes.
So then this would kind of like hook over like that.
Yeah.
And this one would probably hook over like that. And it depends on what like is in the front.
Right.
But you'd probably get the neck coming up like that, and the shoulder coming out, and then the head.
Ooh,
Like that.
Fun. And if it's from the front view,
Yeah, we can do anatomy.
I think probably on Wednesday.
Yep. Like I said, this Saturday is the same.
This Saturday is the same. They'll start changing a little bit next
And
week.
we're still going to do OC drawing streams. They're just going to be a little bit shorter,
Yeah.
and they're going to be
Maybe not as
on
frequent.
Fridays.
Yeah.
And we want to experiment with other things. We want to do some gaming streams, some hangout streams. It gets boring doing the same thing every week. Loveless, welcome.
Hey, Loveless. So yeah,
yeah.
there's a cape from the front. You know, if it's being clasped in the front with a badge thingy. So there's a cape. So we'll just check that out.
And it would work the same way even if the cape was attached like right here. It would work the same way. It'd still be a diaper fold like that. See?
Yes. Do y'all work on Sundays? I do meal prep on Sundays.
Yep, we have stuff going on Sundays as well. Thanks for sharing the live, Loveless.
Thank you. Can you do hybrid anatomy? I'm not really sure what
as
that
of right
is.
now, we actually only have 1 day a week off.
Yeah. Oh yes, great. Jared did draw.
I actually saved it. I forgot to
Comment on it.
scream in the chat, but I actually saved that into a
The fan
folder.
art. The fan art folder. All right.
What are the main folds we usually see in illustrations?
Ooh, okay.
If you want to know immediately, we actually have a TikTok with Anya, and she teaches the 7 basic folds. You will always see the 7 basic folds.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick.
I mean, they're not not always in every illustration, but those are the only folds that there are.
Right. I'm just gonna pick a reference right here and just show you kind of like, this is kind of like the common folds that you would see typically on like an illustration,
Yep.
but it also depends on the material that you're using, right? Let me just lower the opacity down and draw with red, because red's always
Over top?
very, yeah, over top. Because
Maybe like
red's
a
always
darker red.
darker red.
Dark red,
Okay.
there you go.
So if I'm gonna look at this, a lot of the time you need to know the certain anchor points or the tension points. And usually the tension points happen around the shoulders, joints,
Yep.
breasts,
Condyles.
condyles, anything that
Y'all
has...
know what a condyle is? It's the sticky outy bit on your bones.
Yeah, I need to know where they are.
Like
your elbows?
The elbow
Elbows a
has like
condyle?
one on each side and then the end.
Okay. Hips as well is kind of like an anchor point.
Pelvis,
knees.
The edge of the rib cage, depending on what way the body's facing.
Right.
It's like a point that the clothing can. It's like the furthest sticking out part.
Yeah.
That's will be a tension point.
Right. So if we like look at this outfit here, I'm gonna actually make this a little bit easier to look at. So there we go. It's probably easier to look at the folds now. We can actually see that we got folds in this area. I'm gonna just let me think. We got folds in the shoulders because the shoulders are being stretched back, or the arm is being stretched back. So you'll see a horizontal fold stretching from the shoulder to the neck area, because this collar is also kind of like an anchor point, because that's where the clothes are being sewn into, right? So then once you got the tug from the shoulder, that's a fold, and that's more like a tension fold because it's being tugged, right? All these here are like zigzag folds. You'll see zigzags, especially in areas around the lower arm, especially if it's like a long sleeved. So keep in mind of like the shapes that this creates. Usually when it comes to zigzag folds for longer sleeved, you'll see this kind of like pocket.
Hi, Autumn Hart.
Hey, Autumn Hart.
Making fan art for ponytail practice.
Ooh,
that's great.
fun.
I love to hear that. Bony landmarks. Yep.
Yeah, bony landmarks. So you'll see this kind of eye, these little shapes inside these folds when it comes to compression.
Yeah.
Because that's, well, Will Weston likes to say it's because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, the fabric starts bunching up and it doesn't know what to do, so it kind of blurts out in different directions. It kind of like rolls out.
So this is the wireframe that you're looking at. We got rolling out here, flat, roll out, flat, roll out. And when you start thinking of the folds kind of like a 3D object and like sculpting it, it becomes a lot easier. Now that's hard to think about because you're probably too focused on drawing the shapes of it.
Diana, welcome. Kawaii Leah, hey, welcome.
First day of school was today. Awesome.
That's great. Miki Biki.
I do have some baggy clothes in my references, so maybe I'll cover that.
Yes, I paid $10 to Roblox to change my user's name to Miki Biki. I have no regrets. Hi, Paco. Baggy clothes, too. Yep, we can do some baggy clothes. Yeah. Her pants are pretty baggy.
Her pants are pretty baggy. So, we got a half log fold in the joint. We got tension folds leading to the elbow because the elbow's tugging it.
That. Yeah, I forgot to turn off my screen sharing as I purchased more Robux and changed my name.
So here, most of the half log folds will happen in the
So,
joints.
Christina, what is a half log fold?
Half log fold.
You say half log fold, and I'm wondering, what is that exactly?
Well,
Chat?
it's a thank you. It's a fold that happens when your arm is bent. Or just not just when your arm is bent, but when there is like some sort of bend in the body, and it'll create like this triangle zigzag like fold in the middle.
Yep.
And there's usually always like a little eye.
So a half log fold generally looks like this.
Yeah.
Generally looks like that. That's a half lock fold. All right? And it generally happens when a cylinder changes directions. So if I have a cylinder that's changing directions, you'll usually get a half lock fold right here, just like that. If you have a long sleeve shirt on and you bend your arm, or if you have a hoodie on and you bend your arm, you'll usually see that happen.
Yep. Hey, Naya.
My drawing's in the way, actually.
Oh.
I want that one to be clearer there.
Okay.
There.
Can you do tie-dye shirts? Tie-dye shirts is more about the pattern than the folds. It's just a regular t-shirt, but the pattern kind of flattens it.
Would fitted shirts have less wrinkles? They generally would have less wrinkles, but they have more tension wrinkles. So a fitted shirt would be more showing more of the anatomy underneath, and you would get like stretch folds from different parts.
Like if it's like a muscle shirt, let me just draw a really quick torso.
Yeah, you got to be able to draw a torso well if you want to draw a fitted shirt.
Because a fitted shirt also shows a little bit of the anatomy.
Yeah.
Right, so if it's like a...
It depends on whether it's a girl or a guy as well.
Yeah, I'm doing a guy because I feel like guys are probably the... I don't draw guys enough. Ooh, that was too big of an eraser.
So how's everybody doing today?
So we got a quick little male torso right here. A lot of time, very fitted or very tight shirts will have a lot of bunching in creases. So
good.
like,
I'm at work.
nice.
Headache.
Oh.
Good. School is long. Are you still at school? Working on the C monthly. Awesome. Good in you. We're doing good. Not anymore. Nice.
So when you are drawing the sleeves of like a tight shirt, it'll actually follow the form of the deltoid a little bit.
Yeah.
So you'll actually see a little bit
Not
of that
just
muscle.
a little bit, a lot.
A lot, sorry, yeah. You'll see a lot of the deltoid.
It's basically the exact same shape of your deltoid.
Yeah. And then it kind of hangs out at the end.
Well,
kinda,
if it's fitted,
if
it
it's
doesn't.
fitted,
If it's like an elastic shirt.
That's true. That's true. So we'll just say we'll fit it pretty close to the arm. For the chest area, there's going to be a lot of like tension folds.
Hello, Autumn. Welcome.
Hey, Autumn. Bunching into the armpit
George
area.
R.
And you'll actually notice.
What? Nothing. Just welcoming new people.
Nice. Let me know when you want to welcome people so I don't like talk.
Well, it kind of just happens all the time.
That's true. So you'll see a lot of bunching in these areas. You'll see actually a bit of stretch in between the pecs. So most of the time the folds will be kind of straighter. Will be a lot straighter rather than curved like this. So this looks tight, this is loose.
Would you see the deltoid in a female fitted shirt too? Yep, it's just females usually have smaller deltoids, so
Yeah.
it would just be smaller, but yes.
Yeah. If you made him too big, it will look a bit like broad-shouldered, but that's if that's what you want, then totally that's fine.
You drew a guy with a girl's neck.
I did draw a guy with the girl's neck.
That's funny. That's cute.
There, now it's not that much of a girl's neck anymore because I added a bit of muscle.
Very, very,
Demure.
demure. Hello. Jeannie Marble, welcome.
So
Carmen, welcome.
then it starts getting a little bit looser
Nachos.
around the waist area. So it kind of starts to hang out. So you'll see that my torso here, this is the torso, the cloth actually hangs out in more of a straight line.
Yeah. All right, every day. Have a good one.
Bye. Now, if you want it to be even more fitted, then definitely just like make it cling to the skin. Because that can definitely happen.
Yeah.
But what should we
What was
do?
Will Weston saying? He's like, the more built guys get, the smaller their shirts tend to be.
Yeah, the tighter
Like,
their shirts tend
the
to
tighter, like they
wanna show
buy
it off.
shirts to show off their muscles.
Mm-hmm.
So like as they grow, their shirt size doesn't increase.
be. Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, people
It's
buy
true.
clothes to accentuate features they like and hide features they don't like. That's how people buy and wear clothes generally.
I mean, like most of the time for like compression shirts, you'll actually see folds that are around the waist and they're very tight. So like they'll have like a lot of straight lines
Yep.
and they'll have actually some kind of
Thank you for the follow, Star.
Thank you.
How are you doing? What's up? Ghost Boy, welcome. Lala, Mist. There's a lot of people joining all of a sudden. Krusty.
Oh, great. Krusty.
Welcome. Voice acting by someone. It switched too fast.
K-Rock.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes.
I just buy shorts with weird quotes.
Hey, that's a vibe.
Shirts. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That accentuates your features of your sense of humor.
Yeah. For the C monthly, can we use more colors than given? Oh, you mean the monthly color palette
The
challenge?
monthly color palette challenge. If you really want to challenge yourself, try not to. But a bunch of people are doing it anyways. So if you do it, we're not going to complain.
Yeah. We'll know your spirit, the spirit of the art. So
Yep. So if you're new, they're asking about the monthly challenge in the Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to join our Discord server, links in the bio. We have challenges. We go on voice calls, hang out.
Yep. Anyways, I think I was continuing to work on this demo, but you'll actually see it in this shirt as well. You'll see tension folds going into the armpit. Same thing in this kind of tighter shirt. Go ahead.
That's a good question. Since school is starting soon, what mindless drawing exercises can I do while in a boring class? So I practiced a lot when I was in high school because I knew I was going to shoot for becoming a professional artist.
Do you want to switch seats?
So I did a lot of perspective exercises. And if you get brownie points if you're doing perspective in like math or geometry class because the teachers feel like it's similar to geometry enough where they usually don't tell you to stop.
That's true.
Thank you, Mr. Goo. That was my geometry teacher. He always let me draw perspective in class.
Yeah.
You could do like anatomy. It's up to you.
What should I cover next? I know that someone was asking about baggy clothes, but I do also want to talk about like
Gunther, thank you for the follow. Alligator, thank you for the follow. Ali, welcome. Sunny, welcome. Bird Artist, Kia, Ryan. Lots of people joining. Welcome,
thank you.
everybody. Perhaps Murky, thank you for the follow. How are you doing?
So if I'm gonna draw, go ahead.
How do highlights and shadows work on folds?
When do we cover that?
I can like explain it really quickly.
You can, sure, if you want to just.
Clothes are a soft material, and soft materials don't like to change value usually. Assuming you're talking about like cotton, you're talking about soft materials. If you're talking about like latex or more reflective materials like silk, they tend to work a little bit more like a reflective material. Mm-hmm. But my biggest advice for clothing is keep your value range under control.
And it's very hard to do because you might be very tempted to go like super dark or super light because it looks super dark or super light in the reference. But if you like color picked certain like values in the image, it's actually like a lot closer to like, I don't know, gray for highlights.
Yep.
Or like a darker gray for shadows.
Where would most tension points radiate from? From the areas that stick out the furthest usually. Shoulders, elbow, hips, breast, kneecaps, joints, stuff like that. Usually folds will move radially from a tension point.
Yeah, like they'll kind of go like this. So if this is a tension point, they can either go up or like, you know, going down towards this tension point. They can go up or down. Like they can go this way. But most of the time, they are never going like this.
Yep. Like sometimes you won't have almost any folds.
Sometimes,
like,
you won't.
This picture that I drew
the other day.
It's
very form-fitting.
This is a form-fitting outfit, so you don't find any folds really at all there. So no folds. No folds. But for other pieces of clothing, you will definitely have folds.
Now this, I would say, it's more like with compression. Now, not to say that this is the right thing to do for, like compression or something like that, or compression folds. Compression folds have triangles and diamonds, and they'll kind of usually overlap each other to create like these little bumps on top and little pockets of space inside. So that will have more of like a zigzag like shape.
Oh, Autumn, thank you for the rosas.
Thank you.
Aaron, thank you for the follow. Neva, I don't know how to say that exactly. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody. Mouse, Jika, Darlene,
Some kind of
Nayanomi. I didn't see that name a lot of people are joining, so Gold Fox, welcome. Blank Blank, Inhales Air, Kara.
Inhales air. I like
welcome.
That. So if I'm like drawing these pants right here, I always make sure to draw the body underneath.
Hello, Cartoon Fanatic. Oh my gosh, yes.
You have to not skip drawing the body underneath because your clothes go on top. And if you don't know what's going on with the body, you can't draw the clothes on top. So,
I didn't.
Hello, Lekney? Or Lenny? I don't know how to.
Here, This is a clothing study that Christina did recently.
Yes, I did do that. How do I explain this? So what I did first, before drawing this whole outfit, was I drew the body first. You don't really see it, but you can kind of, well, I kind of erased most of it, but you can actually kind of see a little bit of the sketch marks underneath. I erased most of my drawing underneath, but either way, you can still see that it's going on top of a body. I drew the body first because I gotta know what the pose is like before I drew the folds, right? So, and that also helps me to see where's the tension points, where's the compression points, right? Because if I see that this lady's twisted, or her torso's kind of like turning a little bit, then I will have to know that the folds are going to be turning this way. Now, I can't really draw on top of this. This is just a photo.
That's on my iPad.
Yeah, it is also on Colton's iPad.
I'm just sending some more studies.
Sure. You'll see there's a lot of compression in this like midsection area because she is sitting down. So you'll see a lot of like triangular diamond folds.
Hey, Emil.
Hello.
Hades, Lazy Bear, Knight, Not Silver, Meiji Crumbs, thank you for the follows.
Wow, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And then you'll see, like, I did a lot of, like, half log folds actually in the knee area. Or not the knee, but the legs area here.
I'm back from school. Welcome, Shannon.
Awesome. So, like, if I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nothing. I just sent a couple of more of our studies to us.
Nice.
Well, mine. Because I wanted to show drawing the body underneath.
Go ahead.
So, here's a study that I did. And you'll see on this, I drew the body underneath, right? I drew the body. I made sure I know what way the limbs are moving in space. I didn't need any anatomy information, right? And look at this. I even circled the knee right here because I know that this is the furthest out part. So this is probably going to be what I see in the dress.
Yeah.
And then when I actually built this out, there's that knee right there. And there's that fold that's created. And then here is a tension point at her hand. And you're getting these triangles down here. Like that.
So it's a matter of like memorizing what shapes go where. So, by the way, these are all based off of reference.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean,
and here's another
it's gonna be very
angle.
hard to see this.
Here's another angle of that same. It's actually a study done of a statue that someone sculpted.
Thank
but
you
again,
everyone for joining.
Here's that same tension point up here, radiating out from that point, and then there's a point up here, which kind of creates almost like a diaper fold right here, and so you get this triangle right there. So that's the same thing that was happening in that cape that I drew earlier, which is a diaper fold right there. So you get this kind of droopy triangle, and here's that kind of droopy triangle again.
By the way, we do teach clothing drawing and costume drawing like this in our anime art school.
Oh yeah, we have an entire class on drawing clothes and folds and costumes.
Yeah. So if you are wanting to improve in art and just...
Yep, there's a link in our bio.
Yep.
You can go check it out. It's a whole school, anatomy, costume, characters, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. And we both teach it.
Yep, Christina teaches the costume.
I teach the costume.
The clothing drawing
And
class.
I'm basically going to teach us how I'm going to teach it right now here. So unfortunately, I'm not going to cover...
Thank you for the follows. So Courtney, Rose Drop Stardust, Just Braden, Bonko, that's a good name, Litton and Shinks. Thank you for the follows. Hope you stick around, hang out.
Yes.
Kurt, thanks for the follow.
You'll
Welcome.
actually see here. This is the kneecap right here, and I drew the knee.
I've noticed lately that I haven't given his new people as enough shout outs, so I'm making more of an effort to do it. JJ Fun
Colton.
Demon, thanks for the follows. Appreciate you being here. Hope you get something useful.
Actually, if you notice in baggy clothes, you don't really see much of the anatomy at all. You'll only see like areas that kind of poke out. So like...
Sarah, awesome. Glad you got your tablet.
Yeah, and thank you, Alexia, or Colton, say thank you. Cause
oh yeah, thank you.
Colton's very good at drawing clothes nowadays.
Where's the... Here they are. Here's the other costumes that I did. So these are studies of statues that who was the artist that sculpted them? Cartagio? Carpaccio? What's his name?
Corpo? I don't know.
Okay, so again, diaper fold, you get these droopy triangles here, like that. Here's a...
Even droopy triangles up around, around the
droopy
breasts.
triangles from all these tension points. Can you believe that the original of this is literally sculpted in marble? Caravaggio, that's the name.
Caravaggio's a painter.
Caravaggio? I thought that's who it was. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I just draw, yo. Here's more drop folds. Here's
Copenhagen. It was in the museum, Copenhagen.
Copenhagen Museum.
Yeah.
So again, do studies like this.
Isn't that crazy that these were sculpted in marble?
Yeah.
And we're studying from that as like clothing. It's
Droopy
crazy.
triangles. You notice a pattern? Droopy triangles. So most of the times folds will break down into triangles. A lot of the time. And also triangles are very dynamic. So
adding them a lot will make your clothes look a lot more dynamic.
Do studies. Very helpful.
Like I would say like look for the triangles even in pants like this. Like
Yep.
I'm looking at triangles here. That's a triangle. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. And it kind of like forms a little nice
and
pattern.
triangles are actually really easy to copy from a reference because there's three very defined points.
I mean,
that
there's
can
even
be
a
measured.
triangle in just this whole like shape right here.
Yeah.
That's a triangle.
That's a nice triangle there.
I actually really like this color of brush. It's actually really nice. So then when you're like drawing from a study, and by the way, it's really important to do these kind of studies because that's how you're going to draw clothes.
Yep. Thank you for the follow, Min, Sunny, Popa. Thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you. So you'll see that all these folds here radiate towards the knee because that's the tension. That's the action that you see that's causing these folds right here. And especially with jeans, it's quite common to see these type of folds. You also notice there's like a seam line. Ooh, I spit. There's a seam line in the middle of the pants right here. And you'll also see there's like little folds.
Koto. Wow, a lot of followers coming in. Matt,
Wow,
UA, Hidden Melody, welcome. Kotaro Nyuk, Wipeout, Yoi. Hi, just me. Thanks for teaching this. Our pleasure.
No problem. So here we got all these little folds and all these little seam lines here, and that's really characteristic of jeans, for example. Because if you don't add that, it won't look like denim.
She just forgot to change the color from something she was drawing earlier.
Huh?
Red.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Was that hard to see?
Hi, nobody.
Like these are the folds I was talking about.
No, the red was good. Darken it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I guess a lot of my figure drawing teachers used red. Like, I had a lot of teachers that I learned from that would use red, like a dark red Prismacolor.
I actually really like the look. It makes it look academic.
I like it.
Hey, Danny draws.
So I guess I just picked it up. Well, she's drawing, but I guess we just picked it up from our teachers. We've had a lot of the same teachers.
Yeah, I don't use red as much. I sometimes use black or blue, but I decided to try red today.
Hey, Bun.
And it's actually really cool. Hey, Bun.
Red shows up much better when you're showing examples. Yeah, I like red and blue. Like all of these studies that I did, these were all drawn in blue, because I get bored drawing the same thing all the time. So, yep, all blue. All blue. Sanji.
All blue. Yep, all the blue.
Yeah, Prismacolors are great. If you want to try a cool pencil, try Progresso.
Progressos are great.
Progressos are woodless colored pencil. Progresso. And this one's blue, but they're woodless colored pencils. Don't drop it or else it'll break into a million pieces. But
and you don't want to clean that up.
They're very nice.
Yep. Wow, thank you, George. Thank you, Suyana, Oozes.
Obviously, Panda, Darina Wire.
Caboset.
Thank you for showing up.
Bye, Bun. Have a good nap.
I'm going to go take a nap. All right, have a good one.
Rainy says, I have vintage ones and they're so freaking soft. Awesome.
So Rainbows, Jaden.
If you don't know how to...
thank you, Astro. We appreciate it. Hope you come back.
That's great. I always like that.
Woodless colored pencils. Yep. If you drop it, you're cooked. But they last a lot longer than like Prismacolors and stuff because there's more stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff?
I don't know. More lead.
Very educational. Thank you, Vinny.
So if you can't draw this, you can't render. I'm just going to say that right now. And the reason is because if you don't know the forms of the folds, even in the drawing process, it's hard to actually do that in the rendering process or in the painting process. But it's still possible for you to render.
Rendering is the indication of form with light.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand the form, how can you render it?
Right.
And so if...
it's not just about the color.
Yeah. Rendering is difficult.
It's about, if you can draw a cylinder, then you could probably be able to paint a cylinder because you know the form of it. Or you'll have an easier time knowing how to do it. So like for me, I can see the tension folds. I can see all these folds in here, and I want to mark them out. If you need to talk, go ahead, Colton.
No, it's all good. So people who have been here from earlier when we started, don't get too distracted by the details. Like you want to add the details later, but make sure you get your structure in place first.
You'll actually notice that I didn't start on any detail until much later.
Yeah. That structure is really important.
Yeah.
I don't actually have screenshots of how I started all of my studies. Maybe I'll make a note to keep them next time.
That's actually a great idea.
But all of my clothing drawing, they start with simple figures.
Well, you can show your gesture drawings.
I guess I could show some of my gesture drawings. So most of my clothing drawings will start as very simple gesture drawings like this, where I get the volumes in place and understand where the limbs are going in 3D space, like this.
Which pen are you using in Procreate?
There's actually a free brush download in our bio for this brush that's being used.
Yep.
So you can go check it out. It's a Google Drive link. Where can I find clothes references? I would say Pinterest is really good.
Actually, all these are from Pinterest right here. So
which iPad is that? The 12.9. It's a couple years old.
I actually really like this image right here. And I wanted to save that to our costume drawing folder.
If you want a reference of the basic folds, our latest TikTok video with Anya from Spy Family has pictures of all 7 basic folds and how they work. So go check out our latest video. We also have a video that we posted a little while back. Where's my phone?
I don't know.
I could actually show it.
Go ahead.
On clothing.
So like this has a mixture of tight and baggy. So I feel like this would be like a good example to cover. After this, can we do really puffy jackets? I do have puffy jackets, so maybe I'll just...
So here's our TikTok. And if you look at our latest video that's not pinned, 7 basic folds, pipe fold, diaper fold, zigzag fold. Look at her, so sad.
Oh.
She's all wrinkled.
She's all wrinkled. Her shirt's all wrinkled.
Spiral fold, so she spins around in the middle of the night and wakes up spiraled. Half lock fold, drop fold.
All the pretty ribbons and stuff.
So this is our latest TikTok that we put up. Christina drew this, and it's a good reference. You can save all the images and use them as a reference when you draw. Mm-hmm. And there's also a video of ours a while back, right here.
That's our OG.
This is an OG video. This video was our first one that went viral. But this also talks a lot about the basics of drawing clothes and stuff. So go check that out. The thumbnail looks like that.
So, I'm going to do... So I have this puffy jacket here, so I'll probably cover that in a little bit. But I think... I
want to shout out some of these new followers.
Go ahead.
Damien, Carl, Thomas, thank you for the follow. Toshido, I don't know, brah. Deez, thank you for the follow. Tweak, thank you. Heart M, Finn, Roa. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Hope you stick around. Hope you find it helpful. App is Procreate on the iPad. So you'll notice that Christina is starting off with a simple mannequin with the basic volumes. And she's probably going to put in some wrapping lines as well to show which direction the forms are going.
So those
are going to indicate what limbs are going to be sticking out that the clothes get caught on.
Here's the head.
Your mom, thank you for the follow. Pearl, Zosie, Joanna, welcome.
So this is kind of what I start off with.
Yep.
Ribcage comes up.
Maybe some wrapping lines on, yeah, there you go. So that's going away from us, and the torso, the rib cage is going away from us. This is going away from us, and you basically get this. This is going away from us. This is going away from us in the bottom direction, and that's going to inform how you draw your clothes.
You can use cylinders, you can use boxes, it doesn't really matter.
I was just drawing a little bit, but Christina's the one that's drawing.
Yeah. Colton will draw in here and there, and
I mostly pay attention to chat, but we both are professional artists, and we've been working and teaching for a long time. So welcome everybody who's new. Another is Anna Maria. Strange Dragon Girl, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Mari, Flower Moon.
So, when I look at this study here, when I look at this pose here, I'm looking at what are all the shapes that are happening with this outfit. Well, I see that there's a large kind of triangular shape happening on the left and the right side because of her sleeves. So I'm just going to be drawing in really flat shapes.
Wow. Sebi, Vivi, Raji, Narua, Z, thank you for the follows.
Wow, thank you guys so much.
Sorry, regulars, you're getting kind of swarmed by new people. Daily Life, welcome. Yep, we have a YouTube channel. We're actually going to be starting to upload again pretty regularly.
Yep.
Eve, Isabella, 123 Panda, Kisses, Isabella, welcome.
And this is when the mannequin starts coming really in handy, especially in tighter clothes, because this is where I can see, oh, here's a strap on the shoulder. Here's the bust. Here's the neckline.
Nessa, the link in bio is not working for some reason. Am I the problem? Is it simply not showing up for you? It's probably your TikTok. If you want the actual link to our link in bio, it's drawanimeacademy.com/TikTok. You can get the brush for free on there. It's a Google Drive download. Is that it? Yeah, it's a Google Drive download. It's completely free. It's an ABR file, so it'll work in anything that accepts Photoshop brushes.
Wow, thank you, Cookies for Casey.
Yeah, thank you, Cookies for Casey. Thank you for the love you music play and love you. Appreciate it.
Is the brush free? I can't download it. It is free.
Yes, the brush is free. You're going to have to press the 3 dots and hit open in browser.
If it's not working.
If it's not working.
And make sure you're on the iPad when you download it. Because,
Glad to hear that. I don't know, bro.
Huh? What happened?
This is so satisfying to watch. Brain gets to relax after a whole day of drawing.
Nice.
Any tips for beginners? Learn foundation. If you want to... It depends on what your goals are.
Yeah. Somebody asked how to do proportions. I don't know if I'll do it this stream. Maybe I'll do it next stream. Because proportions is a lot to cover.
Yeah, proportions is kind of a lot to cover. We do have some TikTok videos on proportions. You can go check out our uploads. Is it all right to trace some clothes? I'm not really good at drawing clothes. I would say if you trace clothes, this is just me personally, I've taken a lot of costume drawing classes. Trace clothes to figure out where the tension and compression points are, and then draw them on your own next to the reference image.
Yeah. Actually, this is how I would do it. So, like,
Yep.
I'm kind of just blocking in really quick shapes here.
Kind of like what Christina's doing right now.
I can't,
Awesome, I'm dead.
for some reason, I merged all the layers, so I can't really lower the opacity. But I would basically be like, if I'm really confused, I would go on top of my reference image and be like, okay, I see pipe folds in here.
Yep.
I see all these folds in here. I see a compression fold right here.
Pen settings are like default. 17% smoothing.
Yeah, I think. This is my, let me see, my preferences. This is my preference smoothing.
There's nothing morally wrong with it if that's what you're asking. Tracing in general and also use the mirror for symmetry. No, there's nothing wrong
There's
with it.
nothing wrong with it.
You're not going to get as much practice, but you can do it if you
Like,
want.
I'll see folds here and here and here. And I'm only using the tracing part. For me personally, I like to analyze and then draw my own. But I definitely use this if I'm really confused about what's going on. Like, these are all straight tension folds. This is kind of like a tension fold. This is a tension fold gravitating towards the knee, radiates from the knee. Compression, which are like zigzag folds. You know, stuff like that. And once I have that, and I'm doing this really quick. Usually I would do this a lot slower, but you know, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm doing it fast. And then once I'm confident with all the shapes that I have, I keep that on I lower the opacity layer just so I can still see my reference, and then I redraw it with those notes in mind.
Yeah. Traditional art is totally fine to do this in as well.
Yeah.
For real. I can show some little studies that I did traditionally with just a marker. Here's some clothing stuff that I did.
Ooh, I love this one.
This is just like a felt tipped marker, just simple studies of clothes. So there's another one. Clothing. Here's another one. I actually did the sketch in a highlighter. It looks terrible, but you know,
I like it.
it's worth experimenting. So yeah, if you're a traditional artist and everything.
What college do I go for this?
There's a lot of classes online actually. I don't think I took any clothing drawing classes in college. So yep, this is all with a felt tip marker.
Very nice.
It's quick studies, like a couple minutes long. You just do like dozens of them.
And sometimes it's also really important to find what's the most important fold. Like, what's the fold that shows the most.
What
in
pens
terms of-
do you use? Do you mean traditionally? Do you guys mainly draw humans? I'm actually an environment and background artist.
I mostly draw people.
I mostly draw people on the side. Professionally, I'm a environment and background concept artist. Do you have any tutorials for anatomy and proportions? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, traditional
Actually,
pens.
we do have one on our YouTube channel on proportions.
Let me see.
I do actually have that as a video.
Pens.
So, while Colton's doing that, I'll try to read chat and welcome people. Hello, hey LePen, hey Jess. Oh, I can't read all these. Arlie Quinn, Moon, hey. V, thank you for following. Vampire, Maddie, hello. Evangeline, thank you for the follow. Wow, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, thank you everybody.
Thank you
Hope
guys for
enjoy
showing
it.
up.
Taking the art class tomorrow. Super excited. Awesome. Also, Danny Draws. I saw he finally ordering the books. Super glad.
We actually do have books.
Yeah, we have 2 how to draw books. But I haven't forgotten about your pen question. I'm just grabbing some of my pens. Where's my sketchbook?
Where's this one?
Maybe. My sketchbook stuff is super messy. It's not for it's not for public consumption, but I can show some of my stuff.
We do have a video on proportions actually in our YouTube channel. So this is our YouTube channel. This is our main one that we posted it on, Draw Anime Academy.
Did y'all go to college for this?
I did go to college for certain things. Well, like figure drawing and
I studied
stuff.
industrial design in college, but most of my anatomy, character, costume drawing is from
online classes.
Online classes that I've taken.
I've taken figure drawing classes in college, Art Center College of Design more specifically. Those have very good figure drawing classes. Those basically get you classically trained. I've taken some costume as well, but more like for painting. And that was by a teacher named Bob Cotto, and he also taught us how to paint clothing and stuff. And I would like to cover that sometime in the stream, but we'll see.
So as far as traditional mediums go, I like to fill whole sketchbooks with just these felt tip marker sketches. So I don't know what the brand of felt tip markers is. They're called brush sign pens.
Thank you, Maddie, by the way.
Like this. There's a whole bunch of colors, and they look like this, right? So you can see that you can actually get a lot of line variation out of them. And I just go right in and start drawing a bunch of different pictures of like figures and stuff from different directions. I'll fill like an entire sketchbook with this. And just to practice drawing bodies at like different angles. Not every drawing is successful, but that's totally fine.
That's the point of a sketchbook.
Yeah. Elimination of the fear. This was more about like constructing bodies. All like overlap drawings and stuff.
Well, these, if you are feeling bored in class, try these.
Yeah, if you're feeling bored in class, like same pose. My brain is going gammy because I'm looking at the screen and pointing.
That's
right?
funny.
Same
pose
angle,
at different angles.
same pose, different angles. All this kind of stuff. Some of these, actually, most of these are from like a little study model I have. Some of these are from photo studies. So these are all done with the brush sign pen, which is either like a pentel or something. It's nothing fancy. Like you can just use like a little marker or whatever.
I really struggle when the limb is going towards the camera. A lot of it is just kind of like a ball.
Yeah, foreshortening. Limb coming towards the camera is a cylinder. So you draw the front and you draw the back like that. And then being able to rotate cylinders. Like this head is a cylinder as well.
I don't know, Bruss has lovely stuff. Kia Creative asks...
Yeah, this is not for
public
consumption.
They say, this sketchbook reminds me of my college warm-up sketches.
Yeah.
Nice. I love those
I
times.
didn't intend to show those to anybody, but for some reason they keep getting shown.
Well, at this point you gotta show them all. So here, if I'm like drawing this outfit, this fold right here is very important, like this whole bunch, because this shows me how the cloth is going in space, especially when it's being compressed. These folds, not so much. Like I can just draw a few and that'll be enough. I can just draw these bits. I don't have to draw every single fold. I can just draw just enough to show what's going on in the outfit. Yeah. Like these folds right here, these compression folds in the sleeves are very important to draw, so I will draw them.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to look at.
I can talk a little bit more about some of my pens.
Sure.
I like to draw with a pen called a Pigma FB. It's really nice.
Oh wow, what's with all these drawstrings? There's got a lot of drawstrings in this area. There's also pockets that I didn't notice, but now I will add them. Tension, tension.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. There we go.
So for whoever was asking about pens, I like to use these. It's a Tombow Fudenosuke. It's like a little, brush pen. They get really thin, and you can get really thick as well. This one's called a Pigma FB. It's one of my favorites, actually. I sketch with it all the time. It's basically the same, except this tip is really flexible, so you can get nice thin lines and nice thick lines like that. And so you can get this really nice sketch quality out of it. There's also, like, brush pens. You can get the Micron PN. They're kind of hard to find sometimes. But it stands for plastic nib, and this is actually a plastic nib. And again, you can get really nice line weight. Maybe not so nice.
I'm not positive. Colton, can you put those in the Discord?
Yeah, I can put the names of these in the Discord. There's this one. I don't actually like this one that much because it smears, and I don't like smearing. I like things, because when I close my sketchbook. But this one's a Pentel sign pen.
For brush you use on Procreate, it's if you go to the link in our bio, the brush download is in there.
Oh, here's my Wacom Slim. Lost it.
Do you have suggestions for a person starting out on a tablet? Just use it a lot. I'd say that's the best bet. Use it a lot.
Draw a lot. Yeah, we have a Discord server. You can join it. There's a link in our bio with the invite.
Do the shoulders need to be exaggerated? Yes, I think they do.
Maddie, yes. We put these on our YouTube VOD channel.
So I need to
So you can find the link in our bio. Otherwise, it's Anime Academy VODs. How often are y'all live? This week, we're going to be going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Starting next week, though, it's going to be just Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3. So this will be up on the VODs channel later. I love those Fudenosuke pens.
They are really cool.
And I love the Pigment FBs.
Man, I need to start drawing with this red more often. It's actually really nice. I'm actually, like, my lines are lining.
Pen names. Yeah, I'll, someone ping me in the Discord server in, like, resource share.
Resource share would be great.
And I will, just say, like, at Colton, put names of the pens, please. And then I'll see it later and do it.
This is where I put in my important folds, which is coming, these tension lines coming towards the kneecap. And I make sure to radiate them from the kneecap. Right, so this takes time.
Kayla, OC drawing streams are going to be on Fridays, and they're not going to be every week anymore. But we are doing it the same...
this week.
This week. Do y'all do any finished projects yet? What do you mean, like, finished drawings? Finished art? Yeah, a lot.
I need to finish my drawings more. I haven't done a finished...
Well, not these days.
I haven't done a lot of, like, finished pieces lately, because I've been so focused on, like, doing these streams, and we've been focused on a lot of the streams, and...
Here, if you want to see some of my finished art, this is what my finished art is. Like I said, I'm actually a background artist and concept artist for games. I don't really draw people that much, but this is what my finished art looks like.
Do you have tuts for hands on YouTube? Actually, that'd be a great idea to do.
This kind of stuff.
Hand tutorials on YouTube.
How long to draw during a day? Or how long... do you draw per day? Christina probably draws like 8 or 9 hours a day.
And YouTube
Yeah,
video.
There's some of my finished work, if y'all wondering. Not really a character artist. Appreciate it.
My art is too like dark in value to show. It's kind of hard to see.
I'll find some of your art. You sent me some on the Discord.
I did?
On Discord DMs.
Oh, okay, but it's gonna be ways back.
Yeah.
Anyways. So there's a little clothing study. If I'm going to be doing... Oh, bye, Mata. Can you say any tips for drawing? I would just say...
Draw a lot.
Draw a lot. Draw a lot, because that's what's going to get you better.
Oh, wait.
Huh?
You have a bunch on here.
Oh, I do.
That you draw during stream.
That's right.
Here's some of Christina's art. She does this on stream. So these are all drawings that have been done on stream live. And we also teach. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, shadows and stuff. There's Miki and Tira, our OCs.
You have a YouTube account? Yes, we do. Screenshot this if you want.
Yep, there's our YouTube's screenshot.
Okay.
June and Miko.
Our characters.
More OCs of ours that Christina drew live on stream.
We got some
Here's
of
the girl
these.
group. Here's Naomi. Here's Miko. Here's Tira.
Would you recommend Samsung tablets? What app? I don't know what app goes on Samsung. As long as it works, I think you're good.
And Miki. I've never used a Samsung tablet, unfortunately, so I can't really give any recommendations. But I'm sure there's people in our... Is this it? What's this?
Oh, that was a practice that I did.
Oh.
It's this one here.
Oh, there we go.
So proportions, if you get the proportions right and you get the forms right, then the clothes will basically naturally go in place.
Personally, I 3D model my scenes, then draw from that for perspective. Do you draw fully from imagination? It depends if it's client work or not. If it's just personal work, I always do it from imagination just to try and get better. But if it's client work, oh yeah. Lots of 3D, lots of texturing. But I do concept art. It depends. If you're doing illustration, it depends what the client wants.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit on the puffy jacket real quick before I actually go into like my process for painting clothes, because I know that there's actually a little topic on this. So we covered a bit of folds. We haven't covered school shoes yet. I'll do painting clothes in a little bit.
Momo, thank you for the follow.
So puffy jackets, it's really simple. All you really have to do is just think of volume. So like if I'm drawing this puffy sleeve right here, you won't see a lot of anatomy, but you'll see a lot of roundness in the folds.
Do your concept get used in video games? Yeah. I did some of the concept art for some PUBG maps. I did concept art for Outriders, that game that came out a long time ago.
Oh, I remember that.
So what
automatically
else?
it starts looking a bit puffy, right?
Bunch of games.
Kind of looks like a little pillow.
When you freelance, you get on a lot of different projects.
Yeah. And then this is when you kind of start sectioning off the puffiness, the puffy sleeves, because they have like little seams. So there's one down here, and you'll see a little bit of cushion in here.
Do you still need to draw the body under the jacket though? For this one, she's not, because it's just an arm.
Yeah. If it's like too hard to see the body, I would actually simplify it to like the main shapes that it creates. So like this big square here, this other shape for the sleeve. But I'm still also thinking about like, okay, what is the arm doing underneath? Even if it's hard to see. Then I also look in relative to the shape of the pants itself. That's to fun. The jacket.
I like Unreal Engine. I did a lot of work with Unreal Engine and stuff for fun one summer when I was building maps for a game. It's very fun. Yeah, there's so many different processes out there. It just depends what you're doing. I can't say one's right or wrong.
So like you can see, by also breaking it down in the very simple shapes, it starts looking like a puffy jacket. And it will look puffy if the legs are significantly smaller than the jacket itself.
Grace CD, thanks for following. Bill Cipher, thanks for following.
Puffy jackets will also have like these little folds in between these seam lines here. So once you add this, it'll actually look a lot puffier that way. Because it kind of starts having like this billowed out shape. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's like
characteristic.
Bubbly.
It's bubbly. That's a characteristic of a puffy
Just
jacket.
Be very careful with puffy jackets that you're still using your general principles of gesture drawing.
Yes.
Like
actually, that's
this.
too symmetrical.
So this right here is very symmetrical.
So we don't want that.
And we don't want that. We want to try and stagger the bulges. So just be aware of that.
Yeah.
If you see a reference, you might want to design it out a little bit more.
Like if I were to not make it like this, so don't do this, what I just did, because that's too symmetrical. I would maybe like kind of make it a little bit more asymmetrical. So maybe we'll have one side that's a little bit thicker than the other side. And then kind of alternate.
Someone asked a question. How do you set up your pen to have that guide ball whenever you draw and erase? I think it's going to be somewhere up in here.
Is it brush cursor?
Probably brush cursor.
Probably brush cursor on preferences.
Preferences, brush cursor. Someone else asked a question. Do y'all have any experience with running an art print shop / art products? Not really. I've had prints made before of art, but I don't have a lot of experience. It was more for like graduation show stuff in schools. Do you prefer drawing from pictures or life? I prefer life.
I prefer life as well.
Life is much
Pictures
more fun, but you kind of have to go to a life drawing class usually.
Yeah.
Or do like plein
is
air.
more easily available. So that's why I do pictures a lot, because it's just easier to find.
Ranity Wong, thank you for the follow. Dead Rainbow, thank you for the follow. Lazy Pencils, Otaku, Cole, thank you. Appreciate it. Hope you stick around. Any Procreate brush recommendation? You can download the one that's being used right now for free in our bio.
I love this one. This is the only one I use.
Probably my favorite brush of all time, not gonna lie. Totally free.
So there's a puffy jacket, kind of like a really quick one. And maybe I'll cover a little bit on like how I would shade this whole thing here. This whole like demo right here that I just did. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if you, once again, rendering and painting it comes from, oh, sorry, one sec. Let me think. If you want to paint clothing, you got to know how to do the simpler stuff first. So like
this brush does work in Clip Studio Paint. We've had a couple members that were able to get it in there.
Yeah.
No problem.
So what I'm thinking about when I'm going to render this is I'm thinking light and dark. I'm thinking how dark is the overall outfit compared to the other parts of the outfit. So like I have really dark outfits or a dark tone in the shirt and in the pants. So I am going to block all this out. So really try to start simple.
So as Christina's blocking that out, I'm going to answer a question. How do you add a brush in Procreate? Up here is the little brush icon, and you press the plus at the top right, and then you hit import at the top right, and you have to have the file on the files on your iPad to import it.
Yep.
So you would download the brush onto your iPad and then import it that way.
Okay, there we go.
Can you use Procreate brushes in Photoshop and vice versa? Yes. All these brushes we use in both Procreate and Photoshop. I think I might have stopped your progress there.
No, it's okay. It did, but it's really easy to just repaint.
You're welcome, Sarah Cookie. Doma, thank you for the follow. Kohi, thank you for the follow.
Kohi, I like that.
That's what we call coffee.
We used to call Kohi.
Dons, thank you for the follow. Hey, Cherries, how's it going?
Hey, Cherries.
What is your name always? I always forget it. You just go by Cherry? Cherries?
So then I think, okay, the jacket's not as dark as the
Thanks for following, Sarah Cookie.
Thank you.
G, thank you for following.
So I shaded a little
the
bit
folding
later.
on the clothing.
Thank you. So this can work for monochromatic things. I like to think in monochromatic.
Cheery.
Cheery? Okay. I like to think in terms of like monochromatic stuff. So go ahead.
3 buttons and open in browser, I believe. That's
the brush.
For the brush. That's what a lot of people say, Libby. If anybody in chat wants to help, any of our regulars.
You guys are up. So I basically blocked out all of the values for or the black and white grayness of my clothes. I got dark, I got light. And then I'm thinking, okay, now where are the shadows? So my light source is kind of around our right, top right, because we can see the shadow on her face. Sorry, not the shadow, the highlights on her face. So like we'll see highlights. Let me do this in blue this time. So this is highlights. This is where I can get my lighting information. Most of her face on this right side here is lit. This is lit. This is mostly lit. This side is lit. All this is in shadow. This side is lit. So if you're like kind of wondering where is the light source in your image, find where which area of the image is dominantly lit.
Fallen, thank you for the follow. I followed, love your art style.
Oh, thank you. So once you have that,
special, thank you. Anyways.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm fine with if you interrupt.
Sorry, I like to give people shout outs who
well,
follow.
And I totally get it. So totally fine.
But sometimes I'm not paying attention. I interrupt.
It's okay. So then I'm thinking, okay, my light source is this way. Now I'm going to add in my shadows.
Are you doing a new layer?
Yeah, I should do a new layer actually.
Just so you can show people who join later.
Yeah. So.
Grace, I love your drawing.
Thank you. So I like adding shadows first. I probably should do a little bit darker, more saturated.
Awesome, Libby. Glad you got it.
Nice, awesome. So I like doing shadows first because the light actually kind of pops out a lot more. Like the lit side pops out a lot more and it's a lot easier to see. But if it's a little bit too bright on this side, I will darken it a little bit. So this side is going to be in shadow. All this right here.
That red's not showing up very well on stream.
It's not, isn't it? Where is it? This? Oh, it's not. Dang it.
You're going to have to simplify.
Yeah. Let me think. What should I use?
The app name is Procreate. This will be uploaded as a VOD on our YouTube channel, Sai.
Should I just use this tone? I don't like that very much.
Honestly, probably all of the rendering should have happened on another layer.
Yeah, you're right.
But, this will be uploaded as a VOD, Anime Academy VODs on YouTube.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to turn the hue, the saturation.
CC and
off.
Fifi, thank you for the follows.
I'm going to turn this all into black and white. There, that's probably easier to see. And then when I do my rendering on top, probably easier. So all this whole top here is going to be in shadow on the left side. We'll have a little bit of the lit side coming in and kind of blending in with the dark, but for the most part, this side is going to be dark because the light source is this way.
And you made a new layer?
I made a new, did I? Yeah, I made a new layer. So this is a new layer. And the undertone underneath is also a new layer.
Yep.
So this is when I start blocking in my shadows. I start big to small. So most of the time I'm not really zoomed in. I'm kind of just like blocking in really big areas first. And by the way, if you can't do this, you can't expect to do color, because color, you see things based on like black and whiteness of things. Like this is how you can actually break things down. Color is more of just how you feel about things. So as long as you understand where all the shadows are usually going in, then it's a lot easier to paint them in color. So this is my shadow side. So you see lit side, shadow side. At this point, we can probably add some darker darks.
Jada Rose, thank you for the follow. Dumb Rat, Zodi, Camila, thank you for the follows.
Thank you. So this is when I would start adding like, details or like sort of like more shadows to show the extra folds, right? Because I see a lot of darker folds in the crotch area, in these folds right here, and most of the time the pockets in between these lines here will have a shadow. So like anything that's kind of going away from the light, or it's kind of like getting really deep into like the kind of crevices.
Those are like occlusion shadows.
Occlusion shadows, yes.
If anybody's ever done any 3D rendering, it'd be called like occlusion or AO.
Yeah.
But it's the same concept. When there's like a pocket of some sort, the light gets trapped and can't get out. Mm-hmm. And it kind of turns into a little dark shadow.
Yep. And sometimes you also see a bit of a gradient. As things get lower and away from the light, you actually start seeing a gradient. So like it probably could get a little bit darker down here than opposed to the side on the top.
Honestly, I have to say, once I realized how important those subtle gradients are on clothing, it helped. It helps the realism a lot.
Yeah, because things do like...
And not just for realism art, like if you're doing stylized art as well.
It's great for stylized art, like anime or like more cartoonish things. Like adding the gradients makes it feel a lot more alive.
Yep. Shan and Mimi, thank you for the follows. Diana, Ro, thank you for the follow. I could never draw poses. I could only draw side profiles and front profile. Just practice.
Just keep drawing it. You will be able to do it. It's not forever that you won't be able to do it.
Rita, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it. We hope it's helpful. Lude Squirrel,
So it's easy
thank
to see.
you.
I think it is pretty easy to see.
Chico, Lou, Bandit, thank you for the follows.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody showing up, hanging out.
So
Who's all new here? Anybody, I'll give you a shout out. Say, me, I'm new. First stream.
So this is when I start designing like all the little pockets of shadows. Like here, I want to see like this little triangle in the darkness. So I put that in there. Looks
Okay.
cool. Go ahead.
A lot of people.
Shout
Sai,
out.
Sophie, hello. Cafe Coca, welcome. I don't see your username. It's just a dark picture. But thank you. I'm new. Love Sam, I've been here. Maisie, welcome. Grass, welcome. Bandit, welcome. Perhaps Murky. Jim, Che. Lou, Ali. Actually, Ali says, love the shadows.
Oh, thank you.
Just in the Discord, it's so fun. Awesome. Yeah, our Discord has like almost 1,500 people in it now. We hang out. There's art challenges. We do game nights sometimes. So, links in the bio. Chico, Betty, Libby, Jim, Maisie, Sumi. Appreciate it. I'm new and in love with how you explain things.
Oh, thank you.
Osam, Cherry is a regular.
Yes.
Dot, I don't see a username. Pot Gamer, first time here. Welcome. Osam, little explosion emoji. Hello. Ella. Sachi, good morning. But anyways, we'll get back to the thing. The device is an iPad and the program is Procreate. Just woke up. Good morning.
So even though Colton has been yelling at the names and I've kind of been just drawing like passively, I hope that this is actually understandable and actually will give you a better process of how to like start painting and stuff, because this is basically the process that I use all the time when I even do things in color. I just start using green. So like if I were to like look at this image, I should have done was I should have turned this into black and white. So this is technically what I think of when I think of color or adding color. I think in black and white. I think, okay, how dark is the green? This is how dark the green is. I just use a green tone.
What's not working for you, Ari? Can you not see the link, or is the brush just giving you a bunch of numbers? If you can't see the link, it's drawanimeacademy.com/TikTok. And if you can't download the brush, you're going to have to press the 3 dots and hit open in browser. Those are the 2 most common problems. Mm-hmm. Just adding those shadows and highlights completely transformed the drawing.
Yeah. And honestly, like sometimes just adding just the base color or the base tone that I added could just be the light. Like it doesn't have to be like super bright in order to show it as like the lit side. Like
the brush is giving me a bunch of numbers.
Okay.
Awesome. Let me know if you have trouble downloading it. Otherwise, you can join our Discord server, and the brush download is in our resource share channel as a pinned comment.
You'll see that this is a lot of mistakes that people make, including myself, if I'm not paying attention, is they make the lights too bright. They make the lights too bright in comparison to the reference.
Grass, thank you for the rose.
Thank you. Oops, I did that on the wrong layer.
I'm new. My user was invisible.
Oh, okay.
Miko Lai.
Miko Lai? Oh, nice. So, when I'm doing highlights, I'm thinking, Colton mentioned earlier that lights on clothes don't really like to get super bright. They kind of just like to stay kind of in the middle.
Lighting on clothes, unless it's some special material like leather or latex, generally soft materials don't like to change value.
Yeah.
They just like to stay the same value as much as possible.
Yeah. So, like, if I were to turn this black and white...
TNGG? I don't know how to say that exactly. Tayang, thank you for sharing the live.
Yeah, thank you. You'll notice that it's not white, it's gray. So, to a lot of people in the beginning, when they start, painting in black and white, they think of this as, like, a 20% gray, like this. They think of it like this gray.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
what I just said, Jolly.
And then... in reality, it's a lot darker. It's just in context with the darker tones of the shadows, you might need to like kind of finesse it a little bit.
Lots of new people coming in.
There we go.
Welcome
That's the
everybody.
beginning process of
Welcome all new viewers.
So let me think. Okay.
Thank you for sharing the live.
Thank you. So let me see. What else do we need to cover? I kind of covered a little bit on painting clothes. It's kind of a similar process to this. Understand your midtones, understand your lights and your darks, put those in and add the gradients, and you're pretty much good to go with painting. So let me go ahead and no, I can't merge this.
Hat dog. Finally getting a better grasp of shading clothes because of this.
Awesome. So this is just a little process right here. So this is the sketch. This is when I added the base, darker clothes on the top and the pants, lighter color for the jacket, and then this is when I started adding like, darker shadows, darker darks, a little bit of highlights. And then all I need to do after that is just kind of like go in and actually start detailing. But this is the base.
And remember, when you start detailing, don't change the values, just clean stuff up.
Yeah.
Curious how the end result is like.
That might take me a long time.
There was actually a clothing stream not too long ago.
Actually, yeah, there was.
Where was it?
Right here.
Right here. The end result would tend to look like this. Like this sort of thing. Although this is still pretty messy.
That
one's a little bit better.
A little bit more finished.
That one's a little bit more finished. The values don't change. The stuff just gets a little bit crisper. This one's actually really rough.
Yeah.
Do you have any like?
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
I would say like
this
these.
one's a little bit more finished. So if that's what you mean, those are clothing streams, or this is like leather, for example. So you see that there's actually a wider value range in leather usually, because it's a little bit more reflective of a material. And on white shirts, the shadows are going to absorb a lot of colors from the environment. So blue sky, warm ground.
Blue sky is kind of like your fill.
Yeah.
It's like it fills the shadow with that color.
Yeah, white objects really absorb color from the environment. So yeah, if you want to know what it looks like finished, it's generally like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I would spend more time on this because this is a pretty cool looking pose, but I got other stuff to do as well, like latex. So, and shoes as well. I should have actually collected references of shoes, which I don't have.
You could talk about feet. Well, shoes are basically just
Blocky feet.
Just blocky feet, kind of.
Like, I like to kind of, sometimes if I don't, you can do this in multiple ways. Some people like to draw the feet first, like the base of the foot, as kind of like a wedge.
Thank you, Kay, for the follow. JB, thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
What? Thanks for the follow.
So
thanks
to draw
for the share,
foot,
Alexandra, and Libby, thanks for the follow.
So first, some people just draw the foot.
Uh-oh, think I sprained my wrist.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Hopefully it's not your drawing wrist.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I hope you feel better. Summoning Athlia Ambra, thank you for the follow.
So some people, if you want to draw sneakers and stuff, and this will also apply to like loafers and school shoes. Some people use the foot and then just draw over the foot as like a base. But you also have to realize that the shoe actually has a bit of cushion room compared to the foot itself. So like actually there's like thickness from the shoe, and there's also spacing for the toes. So like sometimes the shoes will appear bigger than the foot itself.
Gonna go get food. All right. Welcome back, Saturn. Did you guys already do how to draw body? This is more of a clothing stream. There was a simple body that was done underneath the costume, but people were asking about shoes.
And this is kind of hard. It's kind of a hard angle. I need to actually think about what shoe I'm actually drawing.
Sneakers?
Like sneakers. Boot. Sneakers have like a little tongue in the middle. And then they'll also have like a thicker end in the back. Like they'll have like a thicker thing that kind of wraps around the wrist itself.
Like this song.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's good.
Save it.
They'll have like also a little tongue or a hook thingy in the back. Some sneakers, well, of course, they also have laces, so let me just add that real quick. The laces are kind of like a crisscross corset, like, ooh, that's not really good. That's not really good. They'll have like a crisscross vibe, and they kind of end around the base of the toes.
Maybe you should look up references as well.
I really should. I don't know why I'm not doing that.
Roch, there's a free download to the brush in the bio. My art teacher said to draw them kind of like triangles to help draw them better. I've never heard that, but if that works for your art teacher, that's good.
So like, let's use this, maybe.
I hope I fell asleep. You're welcome. And if you need the brush and it's just showing up as a bunch of numbers, press the 3 dots and hit open in browser.
I don't like this foot.
How do you make the colors sort of blend together with just the brush? Practice.
Blend, I don't know, like blending it? Is that what you mean? So here what I'm doing, it's kind of hard to see. I need to find a better reference. Unfortunately, I don't have all the references prepared because I don't know what people are going to ask. I'll just do men's sneakers.
All right, Osam, have a good one.
Bye.
My shoes always look like boxes. How can I fix them?
Round them out.
Yeah, round them out.
So like if I'm going to draw this one right here.
That's
a pretty good reference right here.
I don't think the brush works in Ibis Paint.
No, it doesn't. I don't think so.
All right, Libby, have a good one.
So this is when I would start like analyzing the shape, like what's the perspective of it. So it's actually good that you start off with boxes because that's kind of like what most objects are broken down as. You think of that the top side of the box and the bottom side of the box. And I kind of like to blend the foot and the shoe shape itself.
How do you make the colors blend together without using a smudge tool? I don't think
you don't have to
ever use the smudge tool.
I just use like, I just kind of take the
blending
tones and then just like kind of
blending comes from more experience with value than anything.
Yeah.
Blending is a value thing because value is how we see things. So if something doesn't look well blended, it usually is a muddy value problem. So maybe do some practice where you render primitive forms with just a brush without blending and really pay attention to your values.
So I think of like a platform like this. It's like a box. It's kind of like a wedge. This is bad.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's good enough. But the only difference is that these edges are rounded. So like if I were to take this shape and then I just curved the edges. Now I need to add a toe box right here, but...
Cafe Coca, awesome. Hope to see you again.
Awesome.
Lots of new people coming in. I can't read, and I'm not even going to read that name. Some of y'all TikTok names, I don't dare speak out loud.
You're
welcome.
So like it's technically kind of like a box, but you round out the edges. Kind of looks like this in the wireframe.
Just call me Rat. I wasn't talking about your name. I'm fine with Rat. Rat is totally fine. What's the name of the brushes? You can download it for free in our bio. In the link in our bio. But technically it's called GSS Blade 1, but you'd never be able to find it with that name. It's like buried in a brush pack from Yi Zhengke.
Which is a phenomenal painter. Digital painter.
I have no idea who T-Swizzle is. So my opinion is that I've never heard of them.
So this is when we start adding details and stuff. Like once you got the form, then you can start like analyzing the shoe itself. So like I see the tongue, I see where the laces are attached. I don't know the whole technical term of all these parts. I see the sole, but all we can do is just like separate those things out.
Oh, Taylor Swift. I have heard of them. I don't know. I mean, I don't really listen to her music. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't really listen to it.
I like only like some of her songs, but it's been a while.
Very catchy.
Yeah, they have very catchy
Does
songs.
the brush work on Clip Studio? Yes, we've had a number of people in our community getting into Clip Studio. Vice, thanks for the follow.
So like all of a sudden you can see that I'm actually basing my details on top of this form right here. Mm-hmm. Becomes a lot easier to see. Ooh, thank you, Colton.
Any tips to improve on anatomy? Anatomy specifically, like muscles and stuff, buy anatomy books and just copy the drawings a bunch of times. Usually the issue is
proportion,
structure and proportion.
Starting to look like a sneaker, right?
But what are you struggling with specifically on anatomy? Perhaps Murky, thanks for the follow. Sentient Office fan.
Sentient
funny.
Office fan, I love that. Why is that such a mood?
Yeah, just draw a bunch of times. Falling asleep to your voices, Autumn. Thank you.
Aw. This overlap.
It's not our brush, Hat Dog, and I've never used Ibis Paint, so I probably wouldn't be able to do a very good job at it.
My lines are shaky today.
It's just a brush we found online that we really like. We found it for free, and so we're just spreading the love. What app is this? It's Procreate. How to draw different perspectives. Draw a bunch of objects from different angles and learn the basics of perspective. There's some YouTube videos on it. I have a video on YouTube on our channel, Draw Anime Academy, that talks about perspective. I'm probably going to be putting some more up in the future.
Everything is wrapping around this form right here.
I saw a video from Artwad a while back. They had a pretty good job breaking down like the concept of drawing things at different angles in perspective.
Yeah. I would say if you want to draw different things in perspective, draw a bunch of boxes in perspective in different angles. Like, that's going to be your best bet.
How long have you both been drawing? I've been working professionally since 2016. Christina from 2019.
Yep.
But we've both been drawing our whole lives. Also said to draw the shoe as it would be in the pose. I don't know what that means exactly.
I'm not sure what that means. If you're going to draw loafers like this, like these are the Japanese school shoes that people were talking about, they're so cute. It's the same process, but Martina? You're going to have to change a little bit of the heel and the sole.
Yep. Martina, thank you for the follow. Yasi, thank you for the follow. Ooh, that's nice. I'm a beginner artist. Yeah, if you're a beginner artist, we have lots of free tutorials up. We have a bunch of VODs on our VODs channel. We have a YouTube channel with a bunch of different stuff on it. So hope if you're enjoying what you see so far.
So this is how I break down the shoe.
So cute. I think this is like one of the cutest shoes in all of existence.
Yes, I agree. Like cute little loafers like this is just amazing. So I break down the foot. I kind of combine the foot with the shoes because sometimes it's kind of impractical to fit the, foot in and put the shoe on top. It just takes a lot more time. So I like to break it down like this. This is where the sole comes out. So it goes back in space, and then the heel is actually kind of like a little wedge. And the wedge shape can be different shapes. Most of the time it's just kind of like a square with a cylindrical bottom. So let me actually just draw it right here.
I would do anything to wear those shoes every day. They are so cute. I wish I could get away with wearing those.
I know. So like there's some
So
wedges that are
cute.
like a little half cylinder like this.
That's cute.
Some that are more like
Why
styled.
is that cute?
I don't know.
The little half cylinder.
Because I'm drawing it? I don't know. There's some that are like
How
this.
come you guys don't post daily on Instagram? It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work to post daily.
But
on
we do
Instagram.
want to get more stuff up on Instagram. We don't post daily on TikTok or either.
Yeah, we've kind of been mostly streaming 4 times a week, but we're gonna focus more on other content, so we're kind of
Yep.
changing things up a bit.
Yep. Elsa, there's a link in our bio. You can download it for free. Hit the 3 dots and click open in browser.
So here I'm thinking, okay, the shoe kind of comes up. In fact, I actually need to do a better job at conveying that.
The front is like very rounded, like the front of a cone or a
Yeah.
cylinder as well.
It kind of tapers.
Yeah.
So like, let me just try to like rotate my canvas and do that. There we go. That looks a little bit better.
Pressure settings for the app just standard, or did you change it up? I think they're standard. The smoothing is at like like 17.4% or something.
I think I
It's
have
no
no
specific
idea.
number. It just happened to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the hand heart, Ari.
Oh, thank you.
iPad model.
12 point. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. It's a 12.9.
wait, what year did we get it in?
Like 2021 or 2022.
Something like that. Sorry, I'm kind of just redrawing this because it doesn't look very good.
M, thank you for the follow. Hildegard, thank you for the follow.
Here's the heel. Here's the wedge.
Sprite, welcome.
I actually, no, that's not good.
Lots of people.
I say this is not good because I'm quite picky of how this shoe's gonna look in the end.
Yeah. This comes down like really far.
It does.
Or, like really steep. It
It
kind of has
does.
like this sort of a,
Like a high heel.
like that comes like really down like that.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just kisses the ground and immediately starts coming up again
That's
like
the
that.
hard part about this shoe.
And then this one's like really tapered on the front like
It
that.
is. Yeah.
Kind of like that sort of thing.
I think it's like that because I'm not drawing it really the way it is. On the
Live
reference.
is super helpful. I gotta go, but thank you guys. Awesome.
Awesome. Glad you like
Hope to
it.
see you again. If you use Discord, join our Discord community. You seem pretty cool. We'd love to have you there.
Actually, I might need to angle in the heel a little bit.
I think a lot of shoes are leather, to be honest.
They are. A lot of shoes are, like dress shoes and stuff, are made of leather.
Yeah. Lucius, thank you for the follow. Twilight, thanks for the follow. I love our little attended class late.
Yeah, I do too.
What does everybody think of that? Is it kind of cute?
I don't know if people see that.
Kayla, I gotta go. Can I get a before I leave?
You sure can.
Gang.
Yeah, gang. Then, I just don't like this drawing. I just need to restart. Okay, you know what? This is a bad drawing, but I'm gonna redraw it. I'm just gonna put it on the side here, just to show how bad it was.
I think it can be saved.
Maybe.
Well,
Oh wait, I think I know how to save it. I think I know how to save
it
it.
needs to be brought
Just
up.
needs to be brought up. Like this whole thing here.
Will you
bad.
just select it? Or do
I
you-
could select it.
Why not that?
Okay, I'll try.
It's all live, everybody.
Yeah. This is not good. This is not good. I don't think I can save this. I think it's
this front part flips up a little bit.
I don't think I can save this, guys.
Saga, thank you for the follow.
This is embarrassing. Nah, it's okay. I've messed up on drawings live all the time.
Yup.
I'm just gonna redraw it. I'm just gonna redraw this part.
When
This
you
is just
draw for
not-
9 hours a day, each individual drawing starts to matter less and less.
I know. Okay, I need to break this down like better, because even I'm starting to kind of struggling.
It is a hard shoe.
It's a hard shoe to draw. I can totally see like why a lot of people like struggle with it. This is the reality of artists, guys. I think it's because the angle of the shoe here looks deceiving. It looks like it's in a 3/4, but there's like kind of a twist in the detail that's kind of makes it a little bit difficult to break it down. So I need to like lock in. How's the chat doing?
They're doing good. Maybe we could move on to something else.
Yeah, I think we should move on to something else. Well, you guys get the point. It's the same. It's the same process. I'm just gonna draw like a really quick one.
Vamp Cat, thank you for the follow. Dimitri's Expo, thank you for the follow. Emil, lock in. Honestly, I honestly just avoid feet at all costs. Cute shoes are so hard to draw.
They are.
Usually the better something looks, the harder it is to draw because things usually look good because they're dynamic, and dynamic things are hard to draw.
They are. I give up. I give up.
Just draw that wedge on there. I remember it curves up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
This part right here. Oh my gosh. That part right there.
I know. I can't get it. I just can't. My lines are not doing it right. You might need to just take over and just draw this.
Give me that pen.
It's hard.
This comes up like that. Like that.
Okay. Okay.
I swear to God, I erased the foot on my new OC so many times I usually don't even struggle with feet like that. Yeah, Christina usually doesn't struggle with feet either.
I don't, but why am I doing this? Why am I struggling right now? Because I'm live? Is that why? Okay.
I don't know. We go live all the time.
I know, but I don't struggle like this usually a lot of the time.
We could always just go on to some other question that chat has asked and not spend 2 hours on this.
I know, guys.
What brush are you using? There's a free download in our bio for it. Hit the 3 dots and click open in browser.
All right. What else? What else do you guys want?
Well, this is a clothing stream.
This is a clothing
Someone
stream.
talked about drawing like soft clothing. Was that the really
Soft
puffy
clothing?
jacket, or was that more?
That was
like
a puffy jacket right here, right? Hold up.
I don't know where that drawing is.
There it is.
What else?
What else,
is
guys?
latex? Latex is like plastic, isn't it?
It's kind of like some form of plastic, but I can do that really quick. That'll be easier.
What eraser are you using? It's just like the basic round. It's just a big basic round. It's under airbrush. It's one of the ones with the hard edges.
I'm gonna use black for this. So
that's probably a bad example.
That's actually
for
not
latex.
a very good.
Maybe like that one.
That one?
Yeah.
This one right here? This is pretty good. Has nice form and stuff.
How do you draw clothing folds? We have a TikTok, actually, that we uploaded that covers the basic folds. It has Anya.
It does.
So I mentioned this earlier, anybody who's still here, but here's our TikTok. You go to this video, and this has the 7 basic folds. So you can download these images as a reference, share them to your friends if you want. There's all the basic folds for your reference. It helps a lot. Oh, wow. Megan, thank you for the follow. Wajasa, Maria, Angry, Angie, Ellie, Honey Bunny, thank you for the follow. It's called Hard Brush under Airbrush in Procreate. Yeah, you'll notice if Christina struggles on something, she'll just move on.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever.
I can't spend too long on something, because then a lot of people's questions won't get answered.
Glad you like how we explain things, Starfish. We've been both of us have been teaching for a long time. Also, if you're interested, we have a school online, a whole school with seven classes. It's a year-long program. We teach anatomy, figure drawing, costume drawing, color, illustration making. So go check it out. It's in the link in our bio. It's the gold button. So if you want to become a professional artist, if your dream is to write your own webcomic or manga, and you've been looking for something that teaches the basics of like anatomy and clothes and everything, go check it out. It might be for you.
Yes.
I have a couple students in the chat right now. They seem to like it. Thank you, Autumn.
So I'm going to discuss a little bit about the shapes that latex kind of creates. Mm-hmm. You'll mostly see a lot of like either sharp cylindrical shapes like this. You'll see more squarish shapes that kind of wobble a little bit like that. A lot of time you also see a lot of vertical mix of those kind of shapes.
Latex is like drawing black hair.
It's kind of like drawing black hair. That's right.
Missed the shoes part. There, you didn't miss much.
Anything.
It was a bit of struggling.
It was me embarrassing myself in front of a bunch of people, not knowing how to draw this foot. I mean, like, come on, look at this. It's just horrible. Anyways, so you'll see some of these highlight shapes that come up, and a lot of time, if you like look at this, it's kind of like mostly black with some of the highlights. And if you do look kind of closely, the reflective material, the bounce material is a little bit like not as visible. but you'll kind of see like there's a really dark, kind of a medium dark, really bright lights. That's the characteristic of latex.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Yep.
So
there
like,
is black, like 80-90% to white, and then there's almost black.
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna do this really quick.
Not embarrassing, no relatable yet. I'm glad you thought so.
So like I would even go as far as to say I'm just gonna paint this whole thing dark.
Black. So she's using the syrup brush now.
Yeah, I'm using the syrup brush.
It's one of the default brushes. So if anybody asks what brush this is, you could tell them it is the default brush syrup.
There we go. Now, I'm going to add in this kind of really harsh, bright white. Now this, of course, depends on where the light source is. So if light source is over here, there's certain things that are going to be coming out in front of us.
Maybe you should put the light source on the same as the reference.
Yeah, the light source in the front is kind of like this, right?
I'm pretty sure the light source is like
from
the camera.
It's from the camera. So like it's kind of like angle of incidence.
Draw comics and manga, but I still need to learn lots of stuff. I'm thankful to find your stream. We love to hear that. Thank you for showing up and hanging out.
So technically the light source is coming from our eyes, so that's called angle of incidence, is that right? And basically what angle of incidence is, you got the, I'm just going to render a sphere real quick. Angle of incidence is when your light source is the eye, is in the eye direction. So it's kind of like a flash photography.
Well, that's kind of like angle of incidence lighting.
Yeah,
angle of incidence is like the angle that it reflects is the same angle that it comes in.
Oh, okay.
But camera, like if the light is coming from, say, a camera flash, they also call that like frontal lighting or angle of incidence.
Okay. What app is this? This is Procreate.
Procreate.
Thank you, Kara, for answering that. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm gonna go off of from here.
Green Hoodie, I did see you gave a comment. What's that say? Finally taking a break from work. Washed everything here right now. Awesome.
Nice. So you'll see.
Whoever suggested I draw with my feet, thank you. It worked perfectly. Shout out to whoever that was.
So you'll see that highlights, especially on a cylindrical object, will be more squarish like this. So you'll see a little bit of that, and most of the highlights will be very sharp. So don't miss out on that part.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Do it, Sai.
Highlights that kind of follow the form of the breast.
Awesome, Starfish.
Like that.
Yeah. So one tip I would give for rendering stuff like latex is you got to be really careful about the shapes you use for highlights.
Yes.
Because they really give a lot of description of your form. They don't seem super important, but they're very, very important.
Like I'm kind of like designing my shapes right now.
People spend years learning how to construct so they can make the highlights believable.
Yeah. So like when I'm adding in the shadows for the breast right here, I'm thinking this. Now I'm not sure if these shapes are really all that good, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is the breast, this is the wireframe of the breast. And this highlight ends right here to show the form, to show the side, to show the edge of the box right here.
Yeah.
So that's why I put my shadow right there, or my highlight right there.
I saw someone asking about the program. It's Procreate on the iPad.
And this is also where you can kind of use a little bit of the highlights to show the fold. So you don't.
She's so snatched. Yeah, she drew her pretty curvy to show off the latex.
Yeah. So all this here, and she's pretty curvy.
In the reference.
In the reference as well. But you'll see that the light is also describing the folds here.
Yep.
More so than the shadow side. So I'd say really pay attention to the graphic shape of the shadows itself. Not the shadows, the highlights itself. So like if I were to kind of do it similar to the reference, it's just these three little stripes. Some are small, some are big. Follow the form. Automatically looking like latex.
How can I learn drawing? Draw a lot. If you are interested, we do have a school online that you can go through to learn how to draw. Links in our bio. But other than that, there's a lot of good resources out there. The best way to learn drawing is to just pick up a pencil and start. Yep. Anime Art School. It's the gold button. Thanks for sharing the live, Chihiro.
And this is when things can get a little bit more complicated. So like this is the latex in its simplest form. Just do this and it looks like latex.
That'll look like latex.
But if you want to like add a little bit more, you know, zest. Oh, not zest.
Zest.
A little bit more spice. You can add a bit of the bounce. This is a little bit trickier. Colton,
So
you
this
can
will
probably
be, like,
explain the physics of
almost
it.
dark.
This will be like almost dark. Like you can see that the values between this gray right here and this black is very close. But this is kind of like when you add like other details, like kind of the environment around the light.
So these will be reflections of the environment around, and these will usually increase because of the Fresnel effect. It's spelled Fresnel. I'll just write it. This is way too big brush.
This is a bad brush for writing.
Fresnel. That's an effect that will create the edges that are starting to turn away from us. It'll cause them to be more reflective.
Usually when latex bends, you actually see the bounce light in here.
That just joins my emailing list, honored one.
Honored one. Clever.
But if you want to see the art school, hit the gold button. Oh, we got a lot of stuff coming through. How do you draw gloves? How do you draw windows, dark concrete of a building? This is more of a clothing stream today. Can I draw this without reference? You probably wouldn't want to.
It will not look as good as you want it to.
If you understood the physics of it, or you've drawn it a lot of time.
Yeah. So like here, I can imply a little bit more detail, like the seam lines of the outfit itself.
That's a horrible brush for writing. Erase that. I don't like that. It makes me look like I have bad handwriting.
Where is it?
I just saw it on stream, and it looks like a kindergartner's handwriting.
Fresnel. I know, but it's spelled Fresnel.
That look good. Hi, Bella. Hello. Greet. Thanks for the follow. Sometimes there are blue, pink, purple lighting on latex. That's because they're using blue, pink, or purple lights.
Yep.
Latex and cyberpunk lighting go great together.
Yes.
Make a video of this. We'll have to upload one on YouTube sometime.
That's
a good idea.
I'm gonna write that down.
Thank you. That's something in Morse code. I used to know Morse code. I don't anymore. I'm sorry. So I can watch. I need a video. What does your name say? I'm struggling in body, to be honest. That's why I'm looking up Pinterest clothing references. Yeah, Pinterest is great. Please make a tutorial. Sorry, we have a lot of comments. I might have accidentally skipped a couple people's comments. Juji, thank you for the 10 roses, the finger hearts, and the 7 roses.
Actually, what I need to do is I kind of like want to soften some of this light.
My name means Edruska. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Edruska is me. Is it my saying it right? Edruska? Can you make a video of how to draw Gojo?
No.
Definitely not.
Y'all know how to
hates drawing Gojo.
I hate drawing Gojo now.
She got asked to draw Gojo so many times that she's sick of drawing Gojo now.
Yeah. Y'all have other Gojo tutorials that are way better than how I would do
it. Our
it.
YouTube channel name is Draw Anime Academy. And our VOD channel is Anime Academy VODs. I don't have anything against Gojo.
No, I have nothing against Gojo. I have nothing against Gojo.
Christina has a beef with Gojo. No, we literally just said.
I already have too many requests of Gojo that I don't want to draw him anymore. So that's all I do.
Rock, paper, scissors says so much talent.
Thank you. It's a lot of hard work too.
Oh, thanks for all the follows, everybody.
All right, so that's
Yoshinon,
latex.
Puppet, Cat Movie, Mia. Well, thank you, Ada. Oh, they all skipped. Tina's, Misa Soup.
Misa Soup, that's cute. Like miso
Scrolling
soup.
on TikTok, all I see is Gojo and Deadpool. Pen Poppy, I feel your pain.
I feel your pain, girl. I do.
How do you know when to stop adding highlights / shadows when drawing clothes?
That's a really good
That's
question.
a really good question. It's kind of up to you.
When you start feeling like you're noodling a lot, that's when I think I'm adding too much.
Yeah, if you start to feel like you're zooming in really far and getting into the weeds with it, a lot of people decide that's the time to stop.
Yeah. I'm not a creative person, but I love drawing and I never know what to draw. How do I help know what to draw?
Whatever you are interested in.
Yeah.
Create some OCs and stories and draw them.
If you want to draw mesh, actually that's a really good question, mesh.
A lot of people say using references is cheating a step away from tracing. What are the boundaries? The boundaries are do whatever you want.
Yeah. As long as you're not claiming other people's art as your own.
As long as you're not claiming other people's art as your own, how do you expect to learn? How do you know what a very specific object looks like without having ever drawn or studied it? So I would say that. Don't claim other people's intellectual property as your own, and you're pretty safe.
Yep.
But if you want to study something, go for it.
Go for it. I mean, I do a lot of studies all the time. So this is how you draw
Wi-Fi
mesh.
is failing me.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Draw what you see. You guys keep saying things in sync. We kind of do that sometimes.
Yeah, it's because we're husband and wife.
People police art too much nowadays, and it makes new artists scared to learn. Oh
That's
my
true.
gosh.
That's very true. So all I'm doing right now...
It's not a very inviting community a lot of the time.
Unfortunately not.
There's a lot of art elitism out there, and I don't like it. I just like to teach people how to have fun and draw.
Yeah.
How do I start drawing like that? Learn foundation.
Yeah.
Foundation.
Can you please do holographic clothes?
Holographic clothes.
Someday. Yeah, they did mention someday. So maybe someday. Actually, we could even do like a latex and holographic YouTube tutorial.
Yeah.
That's
Pen
actually
Puppy,
pretty cool.
we have been married for 4 years.
Yeah. Didn't want to assume. Well, I'm guessing that you kind of assumed that we work based on our dynamic, but I feel very flattered. So yeah, if I'm gonna do like
Wow, thanks for all the follows, everybody.
Yas.
Broke Art Student, thanks for sharing.
Broke Art Student, I love
thanks
that.
for following. Bemsfort, thanks for following. Raina, Lam, The Lunatic, Kate, thanks for the follows. Faith, we hope it's helpful for you. Asha Alive, thank you.
So mesh, you can have either like very smooth, just a gradient like this, and that would just be mesh because the mesh is very thin. And not thin, but like the holes are very tiny. So mesh is basically just like fishnet, but just like really, really tiny. The bigger it gets, the more it becomes like fishnet. So you'll kind of see that here, I kind of did a blend of both. I gave her like kind of tinted socks, but I also wrapped these lines around, and that's gonna make it look a bit more like mesh. You can definitely make it smaller, but it's gonna look a bit like busy. So I would say be a little more careful. What you can do is you can kind of like hatch a little bit like this.
Lots of follows.
Ooh, thank you. Go ahead and call them out.
All right. Hazuki, thanks for sharing the live. I'm sort of confused. Thanks for the follow. Popsy, thanks for sharing the live. Libs, sorry. Thanks for the follow. Dan, Anosti, thanks for the share. Feel like your canvas has a lot of space. Mine is different. I always have to draw big IDKY. It's a 5,000 by 6,000 pixel canvas. So that's, and then she draws with a pretty small brush.
Yeah, like this is how small the drawing is compared to the canvas.
Yeah. What time do you usually go live? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday this week for 3 p.m. Pacific.
It's usually harder to draw a mesh layer over other clothes. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult.
You have to be able to draw both.
You have to be able to draw both, yeah.
4 follows. Jet Ski, Asteria, thank you, Yanina.
Wow, this is kind of neat. Colton, look at
Boog
this.
Host EDU shared. Thank you. What's that?
Yeah, it's just one brush in the set. This is
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
just
cool.
one brush.
I had red outline initially, and then I turned everything gray, and then kind of showed like this kind of cool like
That's
red
fun.
and gray kind of vibe. Guys, do you see this? Is awesome.
My style. Copyright. Please do not repost.
I'm kidding.
How many DPI? I don't actually know.
I don't know how much the DPI is on this.
How do you
canvas.
check?
How do you check that? Canvas.
Canvas information.
Document dimensions.
Statistics, color palette, layers. What the heck is it?
DPI is 132.
132. That's random.
That's really random. I don't know why.
I don't know. We never check.
Yeah.
Good
Alright,
morning.
So we didn't really cover collared shirts.
Jake Art Loved Soon.
You draw other things than clothes and bodies? Colton does. I draw
Yep.
mostly clothes and bodies.
I'm actually an environment background concept artist. Any tips on color theory?
Ooh.
Do a lot of studies.
Do a lot of studies. Think about cool and warm temperatures of colors. Like if I'm gonna paint this, and I want to like know what colors are actually on this image, I look at if I'm trying to look at this shirt right here and guess the color, this is actually a fun game. So I think this is a green? Is it dark or light? Okay, it's a dark green, but is it a cool or a warm green? So cool green is more towards blue, so probably more towards like the teal area.
No, just make a guess and put it down.
Make a guess and put it down.
Go, is it darker or lighter and colder or warmer than what I just picked?
Yep, this definitely needs to be colder, more blue. So I'm gonna also go darker. So this is my next guess, and I'm gonna place it right on top.
Ooh, that's pretty close.
It's getting pretty close, right?
We got a bunch of questions.
Go ahead.
The beginner artist, would you recommend drawing pad with a screen or without one? It's totally up to you. A lot of people use both.
Hey,
I like the screens. What do you like to draw in your free time the most? What feels like a good challenge?
Oh, in my free time, I mean, I just draw a lot of like characters, like
OCs.
OCs, but I do try to like do a lot of clothing studies like this. I try to paint it to the best of my ability. I try to do a bunch of like style studies. So like I take artists that I like and I try to like interpret it in my own way, and study their style, so that I could draw better. That's what I also like to do. I need to actually do a lot more environment and perspective dimensional drawing studies. Anyways.
Yep. That's drawn, not the photo reference. This right here is drawn.
Yeah, this is drawn.
This was a demo from the stream.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that my art was bad and I stopped for a year and y'all helped me get back. That's awesome.
Great.
Honestly, screw anybody who says your art is bad.
I mean, like, what do they expect?
Just enjoy drawing.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it, ignore everybody else, and have fun. Hey,
Honestly,
we're at 25K.
If people say your art is bad, their art is probably bad too, to be honest.
Yeah, usually people are covering up the fact that their art's really bad.
Yeah.
Or they're an idiot.
Yeah. Or
Any tips for wool clothes?
Wool clothes. Oh, okay. Do you
and
mean like
also, what are some
painting?
good practices to improve drawing clothes?
Studies. Understanding the basic folds. So, like, understanding how to draw, like, a pipe fold. All right, this is a pipe fold because it looks like a pipe.
And the wool thing.
And the wool, let me think.
Everybody wants head pats.
Head pats? Okay.
So, nobody in chat knows this. Some of the regulars know this, but every 25,000 likes, Baby Chat gets head pats.
That's you guys.
That's you guys. Don't ask why it's blue. Chat wanted it. Pat, 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 pat. And everybody says, yippee. There are no head pats at 15K.
Nope. It's 25K only.
Pat, pat, pat.
Every 25K.
And because there's so many new people here, maybe we can give them a little cheek pull as well.
Okay, fine. We'll give them a little cheek pull.
So here you go.
Wait.
Yippee.
There we go.
There you go.
Ooh,
so every 25,000 likes, there's head pats. Yippee!
You guys are funny. Oops, wrong one.
Our regulars would never let us forget.
Yes. So what was I going to do? Oh yeah, pipe folds, wool. Let me actually look up a reference on wool. If you're talking more about like how to paint the texture, that might be a bit easier to do. But if you're going to just draw it, wool sweater, for example. Let me look. Let me just look up a close-up. Okay.
Maybe they can look at something fun while you're looking
Yeah,
at
that's
stuff.
right. Thank you, Colton. A lot of these are knitted. I guess we can cover kind of like knitted outfits or something more like this. Are you talking about more something like this texture?
Christina, draw Jake soon.
I will draw Jake soon, someday. So are you talking about more like this texture? Because this is a little bit challenging to do. Or are you talking about like a knitted one like this?
Reno Tuna's really good at knitted sweaters.
He is really good at knitted sweater. Can you also draw heavy folds? Okay, heavy folds I can do really quick. Heavy folds
Big old.
are just big round tubes. So like this looks like heavy material, right? If you kind of think about like a spiral. Most of the time they will be very round. Rarely will they ever be very sharp.
The first.
The first, okay. That's gonna be a little bit difficult.
So it has more to do with the value as well.
Yeah.
Like soft materials don't like to change values very much.
This is a thin material. It's closer together folds and also more triangular folds. So like this looks thinner, this looks heavier. See the difference? And if you're gonna do wool, oh man, I'm just gonna paint a little square right here. Maybe I should just use a flatter texture here because this is technically already textured. That's not what I want. So like if I'm gonna draw like a wool texture on this, a lot of time you're not gonna draw every single detail like this, right? That's too much. Although it could work sometimes. I think a lot of the time you'd probably draw your folds first and kind of just keep it like very simple, like that, and then
Hi, Beaver.
hey Beaver, and some of the detail you would add a little bit of hatch marks or add a little bit of the texture inside.
Textures show up in core shadows.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Texture shows up in your cores.
So this starts looking a little bit more like that wool texture that we saw in here. right? Just decide where do you want the texture to be, because right now there's just texture everywhere, which is a little bit hard. So as an artist, what you want to try to do instead is selectively choose where you want your texture to be.
Yep.
Because you can't show everything. If you show everything, you show nothing.
Yeah, the textures show up right on the edge of the core shadow between the light and the dark. And it's actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. So on a close-up, let's say you have a round bit. And let's say these are all the bumps, right? So this is the fold, and these are all the bumps of whatever, the threads and everything, right? And the light's coming in like this. These bumps will cast shadows. Like your light comes in and there's a cast shadow in this area right here. So when the light is coming in, say at a steeper angle, this only casts a little teeny tiny cast shadow right here. But when the light comes in at a shallower angle, like right here, they cast bigger shadows. So that's why you get heavy textures in the core, is because all the little teeny tiny bumps are casting shadows.
Yeah.
Right here, you're not going to get very much texture. Here, you're going to get the most, and here, you're also not going to get very much. So that's why textures tend to show up in the core shadow right there. So does that make sense? That's true with any material, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's also true if you're drawing things like planets. And
rocks.
That's why like golden hour lighting looks so good, is because things cast really long shadows and they're very dynamic. So if you're drawing very textured materials, put your most of your texture right on the edge of the core.
You can even add a little bit of the light in there as well.
Core shadow, where's that? I lost it. A bunch of people are messaging. Core shadow means deep shadows. The core shadow is where the form turns away from the light.
Starts looking a little bit more like wool, doesn't it?
My own parents said I won't get in life with drawing, which made me lose interest. You guys helped me. Art's a great career to go into.
You'd be surprised. You can actually you can actually make a living off of your art.
Yep.
You just got to know the right way to do it.
When you draw leg warmers, are those like that? Those thick socks.
Yes, I love leg warmers, so I'm gonna do it
Actually,
real quick.
you drew them.
Did I?
A little while
I did.
back.
Oh crap!
You drew them a little while back.
It's in that same
in
stream.
the clothing study. Where is that?
Right here.
Here. These are leg warmers, right?
Yep, those are leg warmers.
Yep.
They're basically tubes, but then they kind of poof out at the ends here. They kind of look like a bottle of some sort, or like a potion bottle.
Potion bottle.
I don't know. They kind of look like like this.
All right, Emil, have a good one. What app do you use? It's Procreate.
So if I'm gonna draw the legs, it really depends on like how thick you want it. But like, there's multiple variations of these leg warmers. My favorite is just the ones that like kind of
Zoom in.
Sorry, are like thin and then come out thicker and go and overlap the feet.
A lot of follows.
Wow, thank you guys for follow.
You met me in a very strange time in my life. That's a long username, but thank you for the follow. Fitra, thank you.
Compression folds towards the bottom. There you got leg warmers. And a lot of time you'll see a lot of this texture. This kind of like crocheted, knitted texture. Always add the overlaps. Overlaps are your best friend when it comes to drawing
I'm
clothes.
glad we met you at this time in your life. Leah, Saul, L, thanks for the follow. Mango with the gun.
Mango with the gun, that's cool. Can you make like a super zoomed in line texture and then zoom out and paste them on the wool? Oh.
Then zoom out, then paste them on the wool. You can. That would be like similar to like how you would use a photo texture.
Thank you, Sai. It's a lot of practice. It's not just talent. The more you practice, the more quicker you will get. The quicker you'll get. You know what I feel like doing? I feel like painting. I feel like painting clothes.
Painting clothes.
Like taking a reference. I honestly...
You have a YouTube channel. Yep.
I really like this outfit right here.
Draw Anime Academy. That's one of the ones I'm going to be doing for the the costume drawing class.
As much as I would like to. I wonder if I can just like merge everything. Should I merge everything? And then just like start on
If you
another.
don't want to be able to get any of the stuff back, sure.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Oh.
you can merge it if you don't expect to.
I don't really expect to turn on any other layers. I think.
Merging time.
Merging time. Everybody's biggest fear is merging.
Yep. Wait, did you merge that? Oh no, you didn't.
No.
Can you draw a flat cap like the ones in Peaky Blinders?
A flat cap?
Flat cap?
Do you mean like... Ooh, hold up. Hold up. Do you mean like these kind of like hats? This is a really bad head, but is it kind of like this? Is that the cap that you mean?
Doesn't it have like a little bean pinch in it? Or maybe not. I don't know what they're referring to exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I just kind of drew it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you would do it. Let me look. Flat cap. Flat cap.
Dragon. This is mostly going to be a clothing.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. It's mostly a blob, you know.
Blob.
Think of like, well, if you're gonna draw it on this kind of on a person, draw the head first.
Our YouTube channel is Draw Anime Academy. Also, these get uploaded as VODs on Anime Academy VODs.
So I always like to think of hats as kind of like blobs, as I mentioned before. So like, this is not a hat; it's a shape. So if the shape looks cool, it's usually kind of heavier on the front than it is on the back. You know, there's that hat. All you have to do now is just place it on the person. So like, this is an oval shape wrapping around the head. This is stiffer in the front. And it kind of wraps around the head like this. And the good thing is that's not very complex. So it's kind of like you can do whatever shape that you want. That's how you would draw this hat. Hopefully that makes sense. So make sure that when you are drawing any kind of hat, you think of the wireframe of the hat. You know, what's the form? Because if you don't know what the form is, you can't really draw it over the hat or over the head itself. Thanks for the tip. No problem.
Sebastian, thanks for the follow. Fart? Is that fart or furt?
Furt.
Thank you for the follow.
Let's say furt. How do you do a cap?
Cat's more of a half sphere.
Half sphere?
With the little fingernail on the front of it.
Yeah, so this is what it would look like. Kind of looks like that. Or like this.
It depends on what style. Like a baseball? Like a baseball cap?
Kind of looks like a fingernail, right?
Kinda. Like there's some that are really curved, and there's some that aren't as curved. Mayor, I'm glad you find it useful.
So this is the fingernail style cap, visor. Some visors just are kind of like a flat shape like this. The rest of the hat is just kind of like a bowl. With, sometimes you'll have a little, what's this thing called? Little bead, little nub.
Little nub button, I don't know.
I like to think of it as kind of like, you know how steamed buns, right? Steamed buns, if you like pinch it, they have this little thing at the tip.
Like a little stem.
Like a little stem. It's kind of what these remind me of.
How do you do the swoop?
The swoop.
It's kind of like you think about it flat first, like this. And then all you have to do is you have to kind of curve these sides in like that.
Oh, that's a really good breakdown. Let's do that again. So this first, like a fingernail. And then you curve it in. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that.
It's like the brim of a hat. It varies a lot. There's a lot of different brims.
How do you draw hair accessories? There's a lot of hair accessories.
There's a lot of hair accessories.
What kinds?
What canvas size? 5,000 by 6,000 pixels. Do you guys make manga webtoon? No, but we are probably going to.
I want to.
Dang, we should honestly just start, dude.
Yeah,
Ew.
we should. What? Earwax?
Yeah, I just got like earwax on.
I had that too. Okay.
Aurelius, thank you for the follow, whatever.
Can't draw hands help.
Oh, we did a hand stream, and it's on our VOD channel.
We actually do have it on our VOD stream.
Where's the aftermath of the hand stream? Where is that?
I don't know where it is.
Here it is. Oh, here's one.
Okay. Hands.
Here's some. This is on our VOD channel. There's a bunch of different hands, so stuff like
headbands
this.
and bows. Ooh, I like headbands and bows.
So if you want to see the VOD where all of these were drawn and explained, go to our YouTube channel, Anime Academy VODs. There's a link in our bio. Purple button at the bottom. Ew, that's like.
Ew. So this is the YouTube channel, the second one. This is our VODs.
Yep.
Sorry, it's not focusing.
There
I
it
can't
goes.
see
Now
it.
it focuses. So there you go. You guys are so talented, OMG.
You met me in a very strange place and time
in my life.
Nice.
Thank you. We've taken a lot of classes.
Yeah, we have.
Lots and lots and lots of classes by professional artists. How can we draw arms?
Bows and headbands, actually, I saw someone say.
Bows and headbands. Well, you like drawing bows.
I like drawing bows. Bows?
Actually, the DPI is 132. We just found that out today. Is that weird?
It is weird.
VODs, video on demand. The streams are recorded and posted online.
So headbands, make sure you draw the head first.
We each have our own iPad.
Yeah. So like if you're gonna draw like a Lolita style, like fancy headband, like the frilly type, make sure you draw the hair, and the headband basically just wraps around the head like this. So really just try to make sure that shape is really apparent. If you want to add like lace or ruffles, draw like little squiggles wrapping around the headband and on the outside.
That's cute. My headband, Autumn says.
Yes.
Are they posted in your Discord? Yeah, in content updates. Every time a new video goes up, there's a post that's automated in there. So you can check all our VODs in content updates.
And then you draw in the rest of the ruffles. So the ruffles, it's really important to show the underside. So like if I just draw a ruffle like this.
Yep, this stream will be up there too.
And I draw the pipes, but not the inside, it doesn't look like a ruffle. If I draw the inside of these ruffles, then it starts looking a little bit more three-dimensional. Right? So always draw the inside if you can. And that's what I'm going to try to do here.
Did we forget to change the stream title from Saturday? My bad.
Oh no.
My bad, George.
That's not good.
Bro makes it look effortless.
Well, it's because I've drawn these a lot.
How did you guys meet? We met on Art Amino, if you can believe it.
I know. Crazy, isn't it?
Art Amino phone app. It says you're drawing OCs. Oops.
Yeah, that's a title, I guess.
Crap, did I forget to change that?
I thought you changed it.
I thought I did change it.
I thought you did change it. Whatever.
Oh well.
It'll be changed in the VOD.
Drawing.
It's clothing drawing, guys.
Yeah, there's a free download for our brush. It's not our brush, but it's a free download to the brush in our link in bio.
If you want to add a little bow.
Alexia, yeah, it's only been 2 hours. I'm also on Art Amino. Yeah, neither of us have had Art Amino since like 2017 or 18.
That's a little headband right there.
But that's how we met.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that little corset right there. Super cute, ain't it? Very demure, very
Hi, Katsua.
very mindful.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know, George. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't change it. I thought I did.
Bows.
Procreate.
Think of bows as like a little bun with triangles sticking out, or like little arrows.
Very demure.
So most of the time, there's like different kinds of ribbons. Most of the time, you'll see like some kind of fold in the middle right here, and
like a half lock.
Like almost. A half lock almost. And some bows will have a drop fold, which is kind of like a little fancy pipe fold. That looks like an S.
Yep. Drop folds.
So there's one type of bow right here. Another type of bow is flatter.
Is
on
the
the
app
sides.
free? No, it's like 12 bucks.
But it's a very good investment.
How will you know when to switch brush or what brush to use? We never switch brushes. It's
I don't
only
switch
ever this one.
It's always ever this one. It depends on the purpose of the brush, right? Like if I want harder edges and this does not give me a hard edge, then I will use a different brush. I will use a syrup brush, for example. Like if I'm doing like if I'm doing like pretty line art drawing, then I will use this hard brush right here. Because it gives me the effect that I want. But for most part, I'm just sketching most of the time, so I don't really change brushes. If I want like a soft edge and when I'm coloring, then I use a soft brush. Yeah, soft airbrush. Like
this brush is very good for general sketching.
Yeah. So the reason why I never change is because it's just good for everything.
It takes time to change and less teaching gets done, and it's also an amazing brush anyways.
Yeah.
I don't have an iPad to draw, so I only have papers. How can I get better? Papers is plenty.
We started with paper before we ever went to digital.
Yep.
In fact, paper, you have no excuse.
I was just showing some of my paper drawings earlier on stream.
What is the app called? Procreate.
Here we go. Paper. This is all paper.
Guys, before the iPad existed, or before any computer existed, people just drew on paper.
This is all paper. Mindless, nonsense, anatomy, figure, random stuff. This is all paper. with a really, really simple felt tip marker. No pencil sketch, no nothing.
The good thing is that you can draw this well. You just got to get the right practice.
Just practice. Just draw all the time. Fill up sketchbooks. Don't care at all if your drawing turns out or not. Just
draw
a lot. Some of these are...
That's very true, Pen Poppy. She said paper helps you to not rely on zooming in too much.
Yes.
That's very true. Very, very true.
What brush are you sketching with right now? The digital one? You can download it for free in the bio. Mm-hmm. Link in bio.
Ooh, I drew on the wrong layer, but that's okay.
Our regulars have kind of abandoned us today with answering the link in bio question. But it's all good. I'm sure they're sick of hearing it. It doesn't really bother me at all. I know it helps you guys.
Oh, darn. Hold up. I gotta plug in. There we go.
I once tried to zoom in on paper. All right, Vio, you get a pass. You're drawing.
Yeah.
It's all good. All of our regulars are drawing right now. They're locked in.
Yeah, they are.
Can the free brush work on any programs? Any program that accepts Photoshop brushes. Procreate, Clip Studio, Photoshop.
Procreate, yeah.
Jen, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Jocelyn, hello. Glad you're drawing. Be a good role model for the new people. Jess Jones, thanks for the follow. Recently got Krita.
Ooh,
a lot
awesome.
of people swear by Krita.
Honestly, I use Krita a little bit for, we actually have an intro to digital art class in our anime art school. And I taught a little bit of Krita, and actually it is pretty good.
Yep.
You know, all the tools are there.
Sherry Lynn, thank you for the follow. Appreciate everybody showing up, hanging out, having a good time. Mm-hmm. Wish I could draw like that.
You can.
Practice.
You just gotta practice. Gotta put in the practice. That's all. That's the great thing about art is that it's very straightforward. If you don't practice, you don't get better. Mm-hmm. If you do practice, you do get better. It just takes a long time.
I use Sketchbook. Do you have a suggestions for creating brushes? I like to have like a brush for things that I commonly do. Painting, line work. If a brush can do both, that's extra bonus points.
This is another exercise that I like.
How often should I draw to improve? It depends how fast you want to improve, but as much as you can. Christina draws, what, like 8-9 hours a day a lot of the time?
Yeah.
Sorry, we got a lot of questions coming in. I'll start answering.
Go ahead.
Think you're amazing.
Thank you.
Quick question. I'm planning to get an iPad to draw. Digital, beginner friendly. Any recommendations? It depends what you want. Like the iPad mini is really portable, but the iPad, like the larger one, like the 12.9 like we have, you can draw bigger. We have both. When did you guys start posting on social media? 2022?
Yeah, just on TikTok.
We've gotten all 130,000 of our followers within like the last year, basically. A year ago, we had less than 3,000 followers.
Yeah, it was kind of sucky, but it was a very big learning process.
What got you guys into art? For me, it was Dragon Ball Z. Awesome.
Ooh,
Tried to draw
Dragon
Goku
Ball.
as a kid and then kept on drawing.
Nice.
Honestly,
that's a vibe.
Big shout out to Dragon Ball Z. Love it.
It's a good show. It really is.
I drew ever since I was a little kid. My dad did oil painting, and I liked to draw like SpongeBob and stuff as a kid, and I just kept drawing.
That's cute. I just drew a lot of anime because I watched Cardcaptor Sakura as a kid.
All right, have a good sleep,
Stuff like
ADK.
that. Bye.
Flower, thank you for the follow.
And I watched a lot of Sailor Moon as a kid, and that helped me to draw a lot.
Cardcaptor.
Yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura. Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh yeah.
I watched Rosen Maiden, which got me into loving ribbons and Lolita type outfits. That also inspired me to draw a lot because I wanted to draw my own dolls. So that was also another rabbit hole. And my dad also was a big inspiration to me.
Yep. Can't find link on your page, sadly. Put this into your browser. This is a direct link. drawanimeacademy.com/TikTok. That is our link in bio. Do you have any tips on studying?
Ooh.
What do you want to study? What do you want to get better at? Shrug, thanks for the follow. Splik Laga, thank you for the follow. Zula, thanks for the sharing. Yuzu,
Zula.
Thanks for the follow. Nox, Orchid, thanks for the follows. How late am I? 2 hours and 13 minutes. What's your favorite anime? Mine is Demon Slayer.
There's a lot.
I like a lot of anime.
There's a lot.
There's like comfort animes. There's like psychological animes. Like I really liked Parasite.
Oh, Parasite was really
that
good.
did emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Can't even do it right.
I love Sailor Moon. That's how I wanted to create my username on TikTok.
Guys, there's a Sailor Moon dress-up game that I'm still obsessed with to this day. It's called Doll Divine Sailor Senshi 3. Fantastic, most in-depth dress-up game I've ever seen in my life.
Thanks for sharing the live green hoodie. Humans and figures are something I want to get better at. Take a figure drawing class.
Take a figure drawing class.
If it's life drawing, bonus points because that's really good.
Yeah.
Don't focus too much on anatomy at first. Get your proportions right and follow a really good process. So you can find like Michael Hampton. Do you want to write that down?
Yes.
Michael Hampton has really good content on YouTube for free. He's a figure drawing teacher. He also has a book called Figure Drawing Design and Invention. It's good. It's right here.
Is this an anatomy problem? I can copy a picture from my phone, but on my own it's lacking. Very normal.
So, good anatomy book, good figure drawing book. It teaches a lot about the basics of drawing. It breaks down the muscles and stuff in a really understandable way.
You have to understand that if you're doing, like, it's not just anatomy, but it's also, like, you're multitasking a lot. You're thinking about the form of the body. You're thinking about the space it takes in. It's the space it takes up in the environment. You're thinking about the anatomy as well. So, like, if you draw from your mind, of course, it's going to be a bit difficult.
Book? Raccoon? What do you mean? You want to show the book again? Nava to love to have homebody. Thanks for the follows. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out.
Yes.
Michael Hampton's Figure Drawing Design and Invention.
We also have two books of our own.
Yeah, actually, I totally forgot to talk about it. Christine and I have 2 published books on how to draw manga. A lot of this stuff that we teach are in these books.
Yep.
So the basics. Oh, y'all want to learn how to draw hands? Boom. Right here. Fingers, hands, how to break them down.
Oh,
Look
thank
at
you,
that.
Nikolai.
Check it out. Hands.
That's hands.
If y'all want to know anatomy, don't worry. Anatomy, we got ya. We teach you how to break down bodies and everything. Muscles, arms, hands. So we published 2
Even
books.
how to color in the end.
Yeah, we've got booty butts. We've got coloring, process to coloring, sketching, choosing your favorite, this kind of stuff. There we go. And then we have a second book that covers character design, shapes, head shapes.
You want to create an OC?
I'm always bad at drawing hands. Just practice a lot, honestly. I'm not very good at it either.
I'm not very good at it either.
I never draw, and I'm drawing again. I love you guys so much. Super glad. Thanks for letting us know.
Drawing different characters using two.
What's your
aesthetics.
YouTube usernames? It's just the same. Draw Anime Academy. Any anime you hate the art style in? No. Not really.
No, not really. Most anime art styles are pretty good looking, I'd say.
Any tips on drawing figures in perspective? I'm always bad at proportions. Learn about foreshortening. Foreshortening.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're doing a figure in perspective, just always remember an X will give you the middle of a form, of a box, right? So if I draw an X in this properly, this is the center point. So if I have a figure in perspective like this, that's a plane in perspective, and I draw the X as well, that's miss.
Dan draws me 2 new OCs. Awesome.
This is the center point. So if you use a proportional system that breaks down based on halves, it's very easy to find the center points of things, even in perspective. So box A and B are actually the same size. They're just in perspective. That's foreshortening.
How easy is it to change your drawing style? Is it harder to copy another person's style after your own? Honestly, I'd say it's easier to copy.
Sorry, also, I was scrolled up. Scripted text fired upon. You need to hit the 3 dots and click open in browser. The character designs in the book look so good. What?
Thank you. We worked really hard on that.
Yep.
I worked really hard on it. I wanted to make them look good.
How easy does it change your drawing style? Is it harder to copy another people's style after your own? It depends on how good your foundation is.
Yeah.
If you have a really strong foundation, it's very easy to change your art style.
Yeah.
That's why Christina can draw in so many different styles. Like, some of her for fun work looks like this. Some of her for fun work looks like, what? This?
I think they're similar, but there's a little bit of
Some of
range.
her for fun work, where's like your realistic stuff? Is it like down here?
It's probably down there, but they're old.
They're really old.
They're really old.
Where the heck?
I don't know.
I don't see any. You sent me some on Discord.
I did send you some on Discord. You might be able to pull them up. Well, like even the studies that I do for clothing drawing is a different style.
I can't find anything. Like this?
Yeah, I guess, sure.
Some of her work looks like this. And she can also do like photorealistic and stuff, but kind of boring.
Yeah. But I like using realistic stuff to study and stuff.
What's the app you're using? Procreate. How do I draw clothing folds? Kind of gone over that already. It'll be on the VOD channel uploaded. But we do have a TikTok that goes over a lot of it. So
Hi, Heart.
Anya, 7 basic folds. There you go. This is the latest TikTok we uploaded. So that should help you out. Go make sure in the comments, go down here and you put
Thank you, Anya.
thank you, Anya. Carry on the
Carry on the trend.
carry on the trend. Everybody's saying thank you, Anya, and it's
my
kind of
goodness.
funny.
It is kind of funny. I like it.
So there you go. Going to sleep. Have a good night. 2 a.m. Thanks for staying up with us.
For me, my greatest challenge is anime drawing due to how I've gotten used to drawing furries.
Yeah, I guess just practice a lot. I have a question. Is it normal not having a consistent style when starting out? Yep, totally normal. Don't worry at all about style. Just draw and draw what you want. Totally normal. Don't worry about it at all. Got school tomorrow. I'm nervous.
Oh,
I'm really
I'm sure
bad
it'll
at
come-
communicating. You'll get better. That's what school's for.
that is what school is for.
You get better at things that you have to do. My problem is I'm not good at drawing anime because I've always been a concept artist. So I've been practicing.
Your practice is very nice. What we need to do, Colton, is we actually need to go into our Discord group for ourselves and actually just like post all our art, so we don't have to like scroll up a bunch of like images.
Here's some of my anime drawing recently.
Ooh, Pump, Nos,
So
awesome.
there's that one.
I love that. It's so cute.
Let's see.
Very
I got
juicy.
my recent favorite one was this one here. There's another
Very
anime
nice.
drawing that I did. Dynamic.
Dynamic.
There you go.
Let me see what other art do I have.
Thanks. The brush works great. Awesome. Glad it does.
I did this one a while ago. This was a style study. I drew Miki, Colton's OC, and I was very happy with it. It's not a style that I usually go with, but it's really fun to do.
234. Thank you for the follow. Elness. Thank you for the follow. Psycho Killer. Thanks for the follow. My drawing has improved a lot.
This is a better example of kind of like what my other stuff looks like for realistic stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
what I try.
So Christina can change styles. Like show the face on that.
Okay.
See? That's not anime.
Nope, not anime. It's kind of almost anime, but not really. It's more
Yeah, like
stylized.
the more foundation you have, the more you can change your style.
Yeah.
Like I go from doing this to doing this. And with very little effort. And then I also do like really colorful stuff. Let me go like this sort of thing. This is some of my painting as well. So like if you have good foundation, if you know how to draw things dimensionally, style is something that's not that difficult to change.
We actually, I mean, Colton teaches an environment and perspective class, and mostly realistic.
Yeah. Like here's kind of another style of environment and backgrounds. Like that sort of thing. So that's a painting that I did. Digital painting.
It's very nice.
Where is like more? Same with line work. Like here's a line work that I did back when I was a student. So
What is good foundation? Shape, size, perspective?
Yeah, so dimensional drawing, like the ability to treat your canvas like a three-dimensional space when you draw. Like color theory, lighting fundamentals, anatomy, figure drawing, design, which like you said, like shape, form. I was trained in industrial design, so I spent a lot of time doing dimensional drawing environments, backgrounds, stuff like that. And then back in 2020, I started learning figure drawing and anatomy, and I've been practicing for the last 4 years.
Colton primarily does environment stuff. I'm more of a character artist, but I need to practice more in environment
Professionally,
stuff.
I'm a background artist.
Yeah. Someone asked, where can I begin to learn to do that?
Well, we do have an art school online.
Yes, we do.
Where we teach as much of it as possible.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you want to check out the link in our bio, drawanimeacademy.com. We teach a lot of this stuff. I teach all of the painting and lighting and perspective classes. Christina teaches anatomy, figure drawing, costume drawing, clothing drawing, character design.
So it's very in-depth.
But there's a lot of websites and stuff. We don't stream on any other platforms yet, but we're thinking about it soon. Have you ever drawn on Ibis Paint? I have not, unfortunately.
This almost gives me like fireflies.
Can we see how you draw hair? Actually, the last lesson we did was on hair. Is this hair?
Yes, this actually was hair. There we go.
Yeah, so if you want to see all this stuff on drawing hair and we break it down and talk about it and everything, this should be on our YouTube channel.
YouTube VODs?
Our YouTube VOD channel, Anime Academy VODs. So if you want to know how to draw hair.
Check out that VOD.
Is that June?
Yeah, it's June.
There you go. Fluffy hair. Coils. I don't know what that's called. Coils?
Corkscrew.
Corkscrew. I actually rendered that one.
You did. You did render that one. Drawing
Ponytails. So I did this one as well.
What art apps do you guys recommend? Procreate.
Procreate.
Sketchbook Pro, I heard it's pretty good.
Most of them are really good.
Thank you, Raccoon.
You guys are my new idols. Thank you. Toy, thanks for the follow. Injivining. I don't know how to say that exactly. Thanks for the follow. Cool, love it.
Welcome, Keith, Shelby,
Oskol.
Mona, Kari, Fran. Hello.
Yeah, thanks for the follows, guys.
Wait, that's not right.
So yeah, our latest VOD on our VOD channel should be about hair, unless I forgot to upload it, in which case I'll upload it today. Yeah, TikTok. We started streaming on TikTok because discoverability on TikTok is really high. Like, TikTok will all of a sudden just dump 200 new people in here.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it'll be a little bit slow.
Uh-oh, Katsua says, I lost my pen to this tablet.
Oh, no, that's not good.
When
Hopefully
I lose
you find
my pen, it's usually in my right pocket. Or behind my keyboard.
Yeah. I just always keep it on the side of my iPad. And then it's just easy. I
was always taught to use a circle for the head, but the cylinder is much better. It really depends on what you want to do. I like to represent heads as a cylinder. I've actually heard some people, like, there's so many ways to break down the head. Sometimes people will draw the head as a cylinder, like this. Oh, that's a nice cylinder. And then they'll add that to the back of it. Like, some people do that. And then they'll, like, start to carve that out. And, of course, go like that. It really depends on how you want to break it down, though.
Yeah. Green Honey said, I think I can start TikTok lives. Should I?
I would recommend it. My advice for streaming is, you don't want to see a cylinder. Here's some bows.
Or you can see my drawing.
If you start streaming, think a lot about user
experience.
Not user, a viewer experience. So remember, your live is at least for us, it's all about our viewers. We want our viewers to be able to see what's going on. We want to respond to them. We're lucky because we have 2 people.
Yeah. If you want, you can use us as an example or benchmark.
I've been very inspired by streamers that I watch, and they're very active with their chat. Popsy says, you guys are amazing. I like the vibe between you two.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it. We work hard. I've always wanted to learn backgrounds like that too, and do a mix of character and backgrounds. Oh, me too.
Yeah,
I'm the opposite
same.
side. So I started with the backgrounds, and now I'm learning characters.
I started with the characters, and I still need to get my butt into gear about backgrounds.
Juby, thanks for the follow.
I just need to do the practice.
Anan Kaya, thanks for the follow. B Style, thanks for the follow. Any advice for hands? Go check our VOD channel. We did a hand drawing stream not too long ago.
Yep.
Do we have a TikTok on hands?
We actually do have a TikTok on hands.
I
Yes, we
voiced
do.
that one.
Colton did voice that
I'll
one.
show you what TikTok that was. Where the heck is it?
Lower.
Lower?
There it is.
Here it is. This is the TikTok that we have on hands. So, hiding the hands in the pocket. Uh-oh, look at him.
That's kind of silly.
3 tips to draw better hands. No more sausage fingers. I voiced that one. It was fun.
Speaking of streamers you watch, who are you guys go to for streamers?
I really like Point Crow and Doug Doug. They're really funny and
really funny.
entertaining. I also like a Tarkov streamer named Pestily. I think he's a super good dude. He raises like hundreds of thousands of dollars for a children's hospital all the time. Really, really good.
I don't really watch streamers that much.
I watch Shroud sometimes, but I wouldn't really use him as like a inspiration as a streamer personally.
But yeah, like, if you want to make sure that you are streaming your art and stuff, and you want, like, good viewers, I mean, as Colton said, be interactive, but also make sure you don't do this too much.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't do this.
The number of streams that I come across on TikTok where all I see is this, I can never tell what they're drawing. Like, that's totally fine if you want to draw that way. Just remember, most people who join your stream will immediately leave if they can't tell what's going on.
Yeah.
So...
Zoom out.
Zoom out?
Zoom out a little bit more.
Zoom out and people can see what you're using.
And people can also talk about it more, you know?
Talk with your chat, ask them questions, make it about them. Hi guys, I'm actually looking to commission an artist to do an anime piece for me. Do you take commissions? It depends.
Depends how much you're
Go
willing
ahead and
to
send
pay.
us a DM.
Yeah.
And an offer if you want.
And we'll see.
Do you guys say to use Procreate to draw? Is there other drawing programs that are just better than others? We use Procreate on the iPad. Photoshop on the computer.
Yep.
But use whatever you want. Clip Studio Paint, a lot of people like.
Yeah, I like Clip
Krita,
Studio.
some people swear by.
Mm-hmm.
Some people draw in Blender.
That's true. Some people do draw in Blender, which
Small
is crazy.
Ant. Smant? Is that Small Ant Green Hoodie? I've seen his stuff. He's really funny. Sherilyn, when are y'all typically live? Because now I'm invested. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday this week. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. What Procreate brush? Gemma, you can download the brush for free in the link in bio. Thanks, Autumn. Do you have a budget? Because there's Clip Studio, and I know they use Photoshop. VO says that to someone else. I hope one day you guys post the lives on YouTube. Yes, we do. We have a VOD channel. We have a lot of lives already uploaded. Ray, thanks for pinning that comment. VO, actually, not VO, Autumn, and she pinned her own comment.
Cute.
But thank you. Yes, Anime Academy VODs is our VOD channel. Here's the note for it. Or you can go to the link in bio. It's the purple button at the bottom. Hi.
This is when I would zoom in.
I draw in CSP. Using the brush, I love it.
I love CSP, honestly. I used to use that before I did Photoshop.
Yep, Clip Studio is great. Yes, I'm going to check that out for sure. Awesome. Join our Discord community as well for free. If you're chill and you like drawing and hanging out, join our Discord community. It's free. We have weekly and monthly art challenges. A lot of people do collaborations with each other. There's actually like watch parties in voice chat. They watch like anime and stuff. I think a lot of people binged the whole Twilight series last week.
Yep.
Not really my thing, but good on them.
Yep.
Miko Lai, gotta go to sleep now. Thanks for much for the motivation and head pats.
Aww.
Sent my art on the Whip channel in the Discord.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
Ooh, hair. We appreciate you too.
Hi, welcome back, Rin. I'm trying to get attention to my art, trying to get commissions, tips on growing my art account. Give.
Give. Give, give, give. It's not about you. It's about others.
Give a lot. In terms of like not being taken advantage of, but just have like a giving mindset.
Help people out.
Help people out. Work on foundation. Like if you want your art to get a lot better, work on foundation.
Use
the
show helpful tutorials. If you found something really helpful that you want to share to others, make it viral. You know, like that's how we that's the angle that we take.
Be entertaining.
Be entertaining, yes.
Every one of Christina and I, whenever we make a TikTok, we do try hard. We script it. We think, what are the psychological biases that we're activating? What does our hook look like? Are we keeping people engaged? Are we using things people are familiar with? And most of our videos go viral.
Yeah.
If you're going to stream, will you use like an interactive avatar or stream IRL? Probably IRL.
Probably IRL.
I don't mind showing my face.
I
wouldn't mind having a Miki avatar, though.
I wouldn't mind having a Ray avatar. But I probably would be more Miko, more realistically.
Might do a fairy tale anime watch in the server, but I don't know how to set it up. I think they just screen share.
They probably just screen share, yeah.
Ayato, thanks for the follow. Weirdly specific, but do you guys have any tips on drawing elbows? I'm bad at the angles. That's actually a good question.
Very good question. Hold up, I gotta redo this. And I gotta... Yeah, here. Colton, you can do that.
I'm not good at drawing elbows.
Really?
Bro, what you talking about?
I thought you were good at drawing elbows.
The elbow has a sticky outy bit.
So, elbow... It's basically a little sticky outy bit right here. Wait, even I can't draw it right now. Hold up.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, so the elbow's like that.
But
there's muscles that come over top like this. And the upper arm is actually wider this way than it is this way.
Yeah.
So narrower, wider. And of course you've got the bicep on the front. You got the tricep on the back, which is a little bit lower. You got this part connecting up.
I like that part. I always like that.
And then make sure you box off the wrist to show the perspective. And that's basically how you draw an arm.
The canvas is 5,000 by 6,000.
And I'm not going to draw the fingers. Too lazy, but I'll do this.
Yep. I also seen like people connecting the elbow, kind of similar to like a little prism.
Any tips on growing an art account on social media platform like Insta or TikTok? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, it's okay.
I'll answer that in a little bit, Jay, because I like that subject.
A little elbow. Well, it's not really that. So it's not really a good elbow.
Christina was earlier too as Rin.
Huh?
She's been trying to draw shoes for a half an hour and they look awful.
Oh yeah, I tried that earlier and I messed up.
Sorry, I was scrolled up.
Elbow.
Thank you for being wonderful. Gonna head out and hope to see you more in the near future. Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks for showing up. Menace, thanks for sharing. Spring, thanks for the follow. So growing on social media, right? It has more to do with psychology than anything else. You can take different angles. You can be funny. You can be educational. You can be an expert on something.
You can be relatable.
You can dig up information for other people and make it easy for them. I would focus on making a really good hook that captures people's attention. Make sure you keep them engaged in the video and make them want to follow you. We had a video that did 1.8 million views and it brought in 30,000 followers. Because people will follow you when they feel like they're going to continue to get good content if they follow you. So that's why you see a lot of memes that blow up and they'll get millions of views, but the person who posted it doesn't grow. Because you got to make people feel like they're going to continue to get good content. People don't mind you asking for them to follow if they feel like they're getting value.
Yeah.
By the way, hint, hint, don't forget to hit the follow button. I hope that helps. Ooh, we hit 130,000.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for
head pats
telling us, Popsy. No, 130,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
130K.
We've kind of been in a dry spell lately, so that's really encouraging.
130K.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
Go check out our videos. Lots of useful stuff. They're pretty funny. Like Anya.
That's a hook. That's a hook.
Look, bald Anya.
We're just like trying to like lure them in with Anya at this point.
I'm telling you, the number of people who said bald Anya in that video.
Well, actually, that video also got viral on Pinterest.
Yeah, someone stole that video and posted it on Pinterest, and it went viral there too.
I thought that was so funny. I think it's funny as long as like people know that that we're there.
Yep, Nezuko as well.
Yep, Nezuko.
Is she in the beginning?
Yeah, she's in the beginning. Actually, you can't. This is a shading hair tutorial.
Yeah, hair shading. So if you want to learn how to shade hair,
don't do that. Instead, do this. Don't do highlights like that. and then I kind of like, just go through a bit of like tips and stuff.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, everybody. Can you give any tips for long hair?
Long hair.
Generally long S curves.
Long S curves, exactly.
And even if it's straight hair, add a little bit of curve to it.
Like, if the hair's too straight,
it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. Instead, get a bit of an S curve in there. It'll still read as straight because next to it is wavy hair, and that has a lot more S curves. Ooh.
Firefish, thanks for the follow.
And always add extra strands, right? It's not like an even shape like this, where everything's just like perfectly crisp. There's a lot of diversity in the curves itself. So like when you try to vary the curves itself and also add like little bits of tiny strands here and here, looks like hair.
My way of shading is getting a darker color, randomly putting it in places and hoping it looks good.
Me.
That's funny.
That was me for a while, and then I learned that there's a process to color.
Afros.
Afros,
you render like a sphere, but since it's a very soft material, it doesn't like to change value.
Yeah.
So we actually have a couple of afro stuff.
Right here.
Right here. Here's an afro.
Here's one variation. You can do a tone and then add some hatch marks.
This is like a line work afro. If you want to do an afro like actually like rendered, they generally look like this. You get a light side, a dark side, and you'd get texture showing up in the core shadow.
Can you teach us how to render clothes? I'm kind of rendering clothes earlier.
And if you want to do space buns,
ooh, space buns.
Here's our OC Naomi, and she's got space buns.
This is Procreate, Ivan.
And if you want to do locks.
Thank you for the rose.
Yes, thank you for the rose. Pompoof. And spar of soap.
Bar of soap. Soap.
We actually have a whole video on locks, by the way. You can go find it.
Do.
And there's Naomi's older sister, Imani.
Imani. I love that name. It's so fitting.
Do you have another Afro one? I don't know, maybe somewhere.
Somewhere, but I don't remember. We have a lot of stream. I keep forgetting this is not the one. I gotta delete it. There we go. So I'm kind of rendering clothes right now. So I can probably discuss a little bit of what I'm kind of thinking.
Rendering clothes.
All I'm doing right now is I'm adding my base color, and I'm kind of doing what I did earlier in the stream. Like, that's not it. Like this.
It's Procreate, Ivan. Naomi's a doll. Her and June are my faves. I love it.
Oh my!
Wow, lots of followers. Scotty, Lazy Duck, Back Up. Thank you for the follows. Diddle Daily. Thank you for sharing.
I tested it and I liked the brush. Awesome.
I love that brush.
Yeah, I should. But sometimes like layers are kind of like finicky sometimes. They'll kind of glitch out. So that's why I'm lazy to do it. So I'm kind of doing a similar process that I did earlier in the stream where I'm putting in my base tones or base color, adding shadows, and then adding lights. And then adding darker darks and lighter lights and stuff like that. So if you have that process, it becomes a lot easier to do.
Neko, Gato, Yolo, and Kudo, thank you for the follows.
Ooh, this is...
I just saw Python show up.
Awesome. So right now, I have... This is my sketch layer right here. I'm going to show... This is my sketch layer. This is my base colors. So they're on 2 layers right now, and all I'm doing right now is adding my base, which is kind of like my mid-tone right here, and then my shadows, because that will give me the most amount of information in a very quick amount of time.
Yeah.
So like automatically you'll see light and dark. Let me make sure I'm on the right layer. Okay, good.
Why are cute shoes so hard to draw? Like the whole thing is finished except for the feet. Cute things are usually dynamic, and dynamic things have a lot of curves and hard angles in them, and curves and hard angles are hard to draw, so that's usually why. And shoes are just the bane of my existence.
Somehow these shoes kind of came out okay because the form was correct, but the other form, the one that I tried doing earlier this stream, was not correct, and it was a lot harder to do.
Nice to catch you guys on live again. Hey, Jasper Arts.
Hey!
Hope you're doing well.
So you'll see that right now I'm working very simply. Light, shadow, and I'm also looking at the shapes that the shadows are creating. I'm putting all this in shadow because that's easier to see than if I were to go like, oh, well, there's a shadow here and there's a little bit of light in here. And I got to make sure I like, shade in like something really dark in here. Not thinking about any of that right now.
All Photoshop brushes should work on Procreate for the most part. Some of them get a little bit messed up. You might have to mess with settings a bit.
Yeah.
Do you have any videos on how to draw a jawline properly? She could do it really quick.
I can do it really quick.
Just like very quick.
Okay.
Like little head sketch or something if you want.
Sure. So from the side view, draw a circle, or just kind of like draw a circle for the cranium.
A little bit bigger of a brush.
Okay.
Kind of hard to see from
That is really hard.
There you go.
So extend the back of the head. This is the back.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jasper Arts. Glad you like it.
Here, we kind of split the side of the head in half. This is where your jawline's going to come out from. So if we were to look at a skull right here, this is what I'm talking about. Cranium, divide in half, or kind of roughly in half. And then this is where the jaw comes out.
Mm-hmm. Every time we have a bunch of viewers that are new and we pull out the skull, everybody's like, I love how you just randomly have a skull next to you.
Yep.
But yeah, skull is halfway. Is this the Loomis method? Not really.
Not really.
It's just the proportions of the head.
Yeah. This is just to show the temple right here. Right there. That's the temple.
You're welcome, Sherilyn. Hope to see you again.
Here's the cheekbone. Here's the brow ridge.
Just
nose.
the jawline they're talking about.
Yeah, I know, but I want to show a bit of context. And then the jawline is not this. So if this is the side head, the jawline is not this.
Nope.
Right? Because this is the back of the head. The jawline does not reach all the way back here.
That's like a Roblox head.
That's like a Roblox head. Instead, the jawline is a diagonal line with a straight line up here. That's for a masculine jawline. If you want a more feminine jawline, then just curve it a little bit. You'll still see that like straight line, but it's a little bit more curved.
And a lot of the time you won't see the curve.
Yeah, a lot of the time you won't actually see the curve. You'll actually just see this. 2 little dots. See one around the ear and one around the neck. And there's a jawline.
With
like
the
a
back
very
of the neck.
Oh yeah, I need to draw the back of the neck. Back of the neck comes out from the back of the head here. And basically where the jaw comes out, this is where the ear is.
Mm-hmm. G4 Georgia, Buddy T-Rex, and Tapering, thank you for the follows.
Can we post monthly challenges at any time or at the end of the month?
Anytime.
Anytime in the month.
Crap, I just realized that.
What?
We should have made a channel for monthly and weeklies because some people posted their monthly a long time ago.
That's right.
Vio, I made a mistake. Joey Boy Ark Guayfenson, thank you for the follows. I don't know how to say that name, but thank you all for the follow. It's like a little kind of face with swirly eyes.
That's cute.
Any tips what, Jay? Do? I can't find your message, Jay. Can you repeat the question? Do you have YouTube? Yes. Anime Academy VODs is the stream recordings, and Draw Anime Academy is our YouTube channel. You can find it in the link in our bio.
Oh, I should have talked about the 5 value system.
We can do that for this coming month. Yeah, I kind of cooked myself.
It's okay. So, if you want to paint clothing, think of the 5 value system.
Hey, Mike.
I'm going to draw these 5 little boxes here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you want to put them all
I should actually put them all in a row.
Maybe like here or something.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
This is advanced
4,
stuff, by the way.
5.
The 5 value system is difficult to understand. Head pats? No, we're at 39K. Head pats aren't till 50K.
Y'all need to go do some math.
Y'all don't realize our regulars got us to over 300,000 likes on the last stream.
Yeah, I know. What tablets do you use? iPad.
iPad 12.9.
For the stream. Highlights, okay, halftone. So this is the kind of the structure that I go with when I'm rendering clothes like this.
Yep.
Then there's tone. Core shadow.
Drop.
And then last is drop. Drop shadow is the darkest.
Hey, Tira.
Hey, Tira.
Hi, Mike.
So this, of course, depends on like the value range of your outfit. Like, for instance, this outfit will have not as much highlights, right? The lightest is basically this tone right here. So I'm not going to go based on that. But essentially, if you have like a full range of values, highlights is going to be your lightest. It's not going to be pure white, but it's going to be pretty like light gray. Halftone is kind of like in between your tone, which is like your mid-tone, and your highlight. So basically take your mid-tone, divide that in half, or just kind of like go in between the highlight, and then that's kind of like your halftone. This, I kind of like to say, this is the lit side. Your halftone is your lit side. Your tone is kind of like your middle. Is like the in-between of your shadow side. So let me see here. This is halftone. This is tone. Core shadow is your darkest part.
Nope.
No, not the darkest part. Sorry. Drop shadow is the darkest, but of the shadow, your darkest part is the core, because this is kind of like where the light and the dark.
Someone asked about rendering clothes, and she's teaching the 5 value system.
Yeah.
What brushes do you use to color? It's just this one brush. There's a free download for it in our bio.
Yeah. And then drop shadow is kind of like your ambient occlusion, which is basically mean no light is hitting it, and that's usually where your drop shadow is.
Worm Tokata, thanks for the follows.
So the reason why the core shadow is not super dark everywhere is because the bounce light from the ground illuminates the bottom side of the sphere, so that will be your tone.
Yeah.
So, and then your highlight is a little specular. It could be a little specular, it could be a matte. Doesn't matter. Oh yes, thank you.
There's that.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't really want to go past this. These can be blended together, but you don't really want to use more values than this.
Yeah.
I want to draw hands and not grippers. You mean like Roblox hands? Lego hands?
You could do that.
Are you guys teacher, or do you just know all this?
We're
both?
teachers. Yeah, we are teachers.
You've been teaching art for a long time.
Yeah. So like right now I have my tone, or my lights. This should be actually my lights because this is the lightest. This is my lightest, this is my tone. I'm going to add my core shadows next, which are going to be like the darker darks.
And your core shadows will vary a lot in softness depending on how tight the curve
Yes.
of the material is.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually merge
Alright, Fox, have a good one.
these. So
Can
my
you draw
lighting-
some hats? She drew hats
I
earlier,
drew hats
actually.
earlier, actually, yeah.
This will be on the VOD, by the way.
Yeah,
What the heck are the hats?
right here.
There's some hats.
There's some hats.
There you go. So this will be on the VOD. If you want to see any of the stuff that was already drawn, I'm going to upload the VOD later on our YouTube channel. Links in our bio, purple button at the bottom. And you can watch the whole stream.
So all of my cores, I'll see my darkest parts. This is going to be really dark. And I would reserve a lot of the darker darks for like very minimal things.
Yeah.
This is going to be dark, that's going to be dark. These areas are going to be dark. The legs are going to be dark. So I'm kind of just analyzing it from there.
Yep.
We should probably wrap it kind of soon though.
Yeah. It's been a fun stream today,
It has been a fun stream.
It has revitalized my interest in streaming.
Yeah, kind of. Honestly, yes.
Let's see.
Core. Let me actually make a bigger brush. So I know that this is like can be like really boring, but automatically you can see that just by adding that darker dark, the image just pops. It's like kind of crazy looking.
Yep.
So yeah. The hardest part of drawing for me is the hair. I don't know how to start it. Ribbons.
Large volumes.
So honestly, I don't really blend. I just kind of like add softer edges, and that kind of automatically blends it for me. I don't use the smudge tool at all. So that's kind of what I do.
If your shapes are right, the blending can be very minimal.
Yeah.
Your brush link cannot download. 3 dots, open in browser. If you just get a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah. Or like numbers.
Yep. So what she's doing right now is she's starting to add the cores. You're going to want to zoom in really far so people can see it.
Yes.
Like, maybe not too far.
I need to also see the reference, so I'm kind of like...
Yeah.
There's going to be a core over here. And the cores are not super, like, it's not taking over the whole image. There's going to be, like, some areas where the core is going to be more apparent.
Yo, it's so awesome. Do you use a eyedropper for the values, or do you wing it?
I wing it.
So she sets up a value system.
This is the value system.
This is the value system. So she knows that she's going to have highlights, halftone, tone, core shadow, and drop shadows, and she sticks to those values. And if you do it right, it will look good.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it does look pretty good on camera.
Yeah, it does look pretty good on camera.
I need to move my reference image over. There we go.
Probably that side of the reference should be erased.
I think so too. So I'm going to go in like this. Go in like that. There we go. There we go. That's much better to look at.
Yep, which means that they also need to be able to see it.
Yep. So here, we can have a really dark shadow based on the reference here.
Is that a pocket?
That is a pocket.
No, that's not a pocket.
Oh, that's not a pocket, no.
That's kind of like a crease that's created by her hand in her pocket.
Yeah. So all this.
How will I know how or where to put the highlights, shadows, and lighting? Take a foundation class where you learn how to render primitive forms. Clothing breaks down into cylinders. And if you know how to render a cylinder, and then you learn how to render a ribbon, and then clothing gets a lot easier.
You have a big core shadow right in her pants right here.
So take a costume drawing class or like a clothing drawing class, and you'll learn about the basics of doing that.
I'm going to do a little cheeky thing here and actually just simplify all this bottom part into darkness because we actually don't really see that much detail in here. If you simplify some areas, then other areas will pop out and actually look a lot more detailed than it actually is. So that's what I'm doing right here.
Sai, it's kind of up to preference with the choosing the shadow and highlight colors according to the initial color of the drawing. It depends on the local value of your clothes. How do you do folding of clothes? I'm not sure what you mean exactly.
Do you mean the folds? If that's what you mean? I kind of covered folds earlier, so you might be able to see that in the VOD. Mm-hmm. But that's actually what I teach in our anime art school.
Yeah, we actually have a school online that has an entire costume drawing class, like clothing drawing class. So if you want to learn the entire process of this, like professionally, in a 14-week class, you can check that out on our link in bio. There's also a full anatomy class. There's like a painting class. There's a character design class. It's really in-depth.
Mm-hmm. And this is when you kind of start sculpting with your lights and your darks. Like you'll see that I don't use line anymore. Instead, I use the tones. And automatically, I kind of chisel out a shape. And this light popped out, this dark pops out, and now looks like a fold. So, I mean, this takes a lot of time to do, but that's kind of how a lot of people like breakdown painting is sculpting with color.
Yeah, our anime art school costs $500. It comes with 7 complete classes in 3 terms that are 14 weeks each.
And you can do it at your own pace, and you have it forever, essentially.
Yep. So it's they're all professional classes. It's like what you'd find in a college.
Yeah.
Made by a professional artist who is working in the industry and not just a professional lecturer, but actually an artist that does art for a living. And we've taken many, many, many art classes as well and worked professionally. And then we teach it all for a fraction of what you'd pay in college.
Mm-hmm. So this is great for like budget friendly. I would say it's very budget friendly for a very long-term investment.
Yeah, so if your dream is to become a professional artist, if your dream is to make your own webcomic or manga and you want to learn about anatomy and clothing drawing and perspective and all that, consider checking out our art school. Otherwise, these streams are always going to be free. Our YouTube stuff is always free. So come hang out, have a good time.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, within a short amount of time, the painting almost looks done.
Yeah, so like you can tell very, very quickly this painting looks really detailed because she's using that exact process she talked about earlier on stream.
Hi, Jocelyn.
Nice folds.
Thank
Look at that.
I actually am really proud of those.
Any tips on not giving up on your drawings? Draw for fun. Don't focus on how your drawing turns out. Focus on showing up and having fun. You win if you show up.
Someone said, when I draw, my hand hurts because I draw with my fingers, and yes, I mean digitally. Yeah, that's definitely going to make your hand hurt. I would definitely start going back to paper and pencil, if possible, if you don't have a tablet, because it's better. One, it's better for your wrist, and it's better for, your drawing quality.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like, once I get everything done, like in terms of like values and stuff, that's when I start zooming in and detailing, sharpening edges and stuff.
Glyph, Casey, thank you for the follows.
Thank you.
Oh, looks like it's head pats time.
Head pats time. Good job, guys. Now, okay, I'm gonna have to like make another file for this sometime, because I'm gonna have to like search for it later. But head pats, good job.
Head pats, good job. Every 25,000 likes, chat gets head pats. Pat, 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 pat. Great work. Should they get chin rubs this time?
Let's get some chin rubs this time.
Chin rubs.
Good job. Good job.
Great work, chat.
And chat has officially earned 3 gold stars. The next gold star will be at 315k.
Is it?
Likes,
Does it
right?
stack?
I think it should stack.
You think it should stack?
I think it should
Every
stack.
gold star should be like a leveled up version of the last one.
Maybe so.
So their first gold star was achieved in 5 hours on the 6th. Their second gold star was achieved on the 7th in half that time. And then their third gold star, they got all the way up to 315,000 likes on the stream. And that was like on the weekend, like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So amazing work, everybody.
You guys have sacrificed your thumbs.
The thumb sacrifice is very, very nice. Yippee! Yeah, maybe we'll get wrapped up kind of soon.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a very good stream today.
You deserve all the best. Thanks, Bimbo. Marceline, hello, welcome. We've been live for 3 hours on the dot.
Yeah.
So thanks, everybody, for showing up today.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that this rendering process was helpful. As
Yeah.
always, this will be on the VOD, so you guys can always look at it if you don't know what to do. Again,
Yep.
takes a lot of repetition.
It's Procreate.
I feel that'd be a good stopping
So
point.
if you want to know a completely professional process for rendering clothes, it is all on this VOD. She did this completely from scratch. She actually did 2 outfits from scratch. But this is it. So once this gets uploaded on the YouTube channel, you could watch it. Otherwise, if your dream is to become a professional artist, publish your own manga webcomic, or just get better in general, we have a school, and all of this is taught in the school in a 14-week clothing drawing class.
And in the homework, I have you do like 9 of these. So you'll get a lot of practice.
Yep. So go check it out. There's a link in our bio. And otherwise, we go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and this week we'll be going live Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific. So hopefully new people will see you there.
Yeah.
Yep,
You-
only 9 fully finished outfits for 1 week, for a couple weeks.
Maybe
So,
those will be like 12.
Thanks for showing up, everybody. We're going to head off for today.
Yep.
We got funny enough, we actually have some costume drawing homework to do.
Yes.
Because we also still take classes to this day.
Yeah. I think this will be a really fun one for you to do, Colton.
Can never get enough practice.
Yeah. You guys are amazing, and you're welcome for all the tips. We're just very happy that you guys stay and just chill and hang out. So yeah.
Yep. And we'll be going live on Wednesday.
And we'll probably do bodies next, maybe.
Maybe we'll be doing like bodies and anatomy. So
Yeah.
if you want an anatomy lesson, show up on Wednesday. Tell all your friends.
Thank you, Autumn.
Yes, thanks for
We
the
love you guys,
follows.
too.
Init San J Does Art, welcome and thank you for the follow. Unfortunately, we're heading off now.
Yep. Thank you, Raccoon.
And if you're new, join the Discord server. There's a link in our bio. Come hang out. Chat with people. A lot of cool people there. So, yeah, that's all we got.
Have a good day, everyone.
Yep, have a good day.
And have a good night.
Have a good night. See ya.
Eat well, guys. At what time on
3
Wednesday?
p.m. Pacific time.
3 p.m.
So same time as when we went live today, just on Wednesday instead.
And we'll give you some goodbye kisses before we head off.
Okay, goodbye kissies.
Okay, there's a little kissy face right here.
Here you go.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right.
All right.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.